where last we left off is where so many sessions begin. The previous session, would anyone like to recount it? Which thankfully it wasn't fucking ultra weeks ago, it was just last week, and so should hopefully be easier for all of us to remember.
Poor
Many
Dirk's
times it's
nipples.
been 2 sessions of this in a row. It's been like once.
Yeah, pretty much.
So the greatest loss, I believe, last week was some of the. Oh, wait a minute. No, Dirk is hairless. He doesn't have nipple hair that can get singed off.
Yeah.
That's correct, it doesn't get singed. There's no hair.
God damn it. Oh, yes. Stray's got it right. Yeah, we were introduced to my Monster Dong collection.
Yeah, actually, that's true, that did happen. I think more importantly is that you guys went out and did some shit with the twins. You went fishing, and then weird stuff was spotted in the water, so you left before there could have been anything dangerous, which was a smart choice. And then from
Girlfriend is
there,
amazing.
yep, yeah, it was some good spotting. You made a very smart choice of not hanging around to fight something that was in the water when you're in a boat, because that's literally always doomed to being terrible.
Yes.
Especially if your boat is one that is a piece of shit. But you left, and then you went out and did something. Oh yeah, you got like a shit ton of stuff to eat and drink. And then you did some more outdoorsy things. And then, after there was some shenanigans with a gun that involved people getting injured, you went off to the club. And then it turned out that there was a fucking shootout at this club. There were humans, and there were Shadowkind, and it was Goth Night, so it's hard to tell if they were actually cultists or if they were actually goths, and I myself haven't really decided if they belong to a cult or just goth-dressed mercenaries. I'm pretty sure it's just goth-dressed mercenaries, though. There's no need for a cult.
They just wanted to blend in with the crowd in Goth Night.
Yeah, and I mean, you guys also all blended in on Goth Night.
We sort of made a friend, or at least not quite an enemy.
Yeah, you met a friend. You met some guy who he helped you shoot some goths, and then let you use.
I meant the one we took back and interrogated.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
We did meet Nix, yes.
Yeah, you met Nix, who is Will here. Alright, I will.
Who slit the throat of a
Hello.
giant fairy.
He is a giant fairy, figuratively
I thought
and
it
literally.
was just I thought it was just a big dude. It was worth it though, because I did get silver knuckle dusters the size of my torso that I can't use.
This is true. But I mean, the reality is that much silver is fucking very expensive.
I mean, could I attach them to boxing gloves, kind of like the Joker?
Nix can use a lot of things anally. But maybe I would require some kind of absurd crafting check, but I guess then you could probably construct weird brawling gloves that I'm pretty sure wouldn't be your primary stat because yours is dex and not strength. Fucking
yeah.
I know a certain man who loves to punch things who would probably appreciate boxing gloves mixed with giant silver knuckle dusters, and then you can punch demons with them.
Dirk would love all the melee weapons.
Well, unfortunately, Dirk better be fucking loaded or he's not getting them.
This is reasonable.
Oh, wow.
This is reasonable. That's fair.
Yeah.
This is before there was such a thing as party loot. But anyway, you interrogated someone, and it turned out that she was a merc pretty much just like you guys. She was an independent, and she was told, here's some cash, or here's going to be some cash. Go capture these two twins here. Bring them to me. And so you decided that you would, let her go instead of butcher her like a pig. Which is probably a good decision, because now you've actually got her details as a usable mercenary, which you could do in the future to hire. I'm now going to introduce the concept of hirelings. If you want an extra person along to be an extra gun, or maybe they have specialties along the lines of magic, you can give them cash or wealth bonus, and they will work with you for a job or jobs.
Nice.
And
That's convenient.
It is entirely possible for you to collect other mercenaries along the way. Some
fight
will.
them at book.
Yeah, I confess that your goddamn Don collection can be melee weapons. I mean, it's an improvised weapon, and if you're proficient for it, you can treat any of them like a club, so. So yes, there are interactions that can be had with these mercenaries as well, in that half of the ones that you acquire won't just be insert name stuck to template has stats, enjoy. Some of them will have effects and characterizations in the world. Humans will generally be independents, although it's possible later that you might encounter agent mercenaries. Or at least some kind of legalized mercenary for a group. It's also entirely possible you'll pick up Shadowkind mercenaries, and depending on how Shadowkind they are, that might introduce its own distinctions. Because although Dirk gets away with triggering the humans can't notice me reflex because he's still very, very humanoid, the giant dragon girl, for instance, wouldn't work out for you all too well. As you can see by the screen that you're watching right now, the giant fucking hairy troll man wouldn't work for you either, etc., etc., etc.
But he's just a real big dude.
He's a fairy, right? Very hair. He's got one of those hair diseases and shit. But yes,
It's
so
possible.
I just want to make you aware that it's a thing that you can do if you have contact details, or if you put up your own advertisement at the Broken Table. You can get people to help you out with jobs or petition them for information. There will be skill checks involved if you want to be like, hey, ads wanted, I need to know what the fuck is going on with such and such. You might get some responses, it depends on how well you do. That's more charisma based, definitely a talky thing. I believe Nyx is pretty charismatic. He's an elf, so they tend to be just naturally pretty and shit.
Yes. Although my main is currently Dex.
Oh yeah, your build is glass cannon, yes. You could use Nyx as a quick draw holster. Oh, that's stuck in my brain space right now. Anal skill level 1, can't hold in shit. I feel like you should link one of the members of your collection. Members being a literal term in this, I suppose, and then I'll put it up on the stream.
I already did in the Twitch chat.
Do we really want to show that?
I just
2 weeks.
I think it's fine. YouTube will get over it. I just find it so fucking hilarious how it compares to a fucking Diet Coke can. Like, you can tell that can is someone covered over a Diet Coke. It wasn't any other type of soda or fizzy drink. It was a Diet Coke for pussies. Okay. And where you last wrapped off, it had gotten late. Everyone had pizza, essentially. The mercenary had left after borrowing some of your sexy tight elf clothes, which, you know, admittedly fit her as well as they fit you because you're a fairy and she's a human girl.
Because of that role.
Yep.
Wow, Nyx, all of your clothes are just so feminine.
Yep, all of Nyx's clothes work at Lady Gap. But yeah, you decide that let's just let's call it in for now, and you went off to the hotel, mostly because also there's not enough space to sleep in Will's apartment for all of you, and also none of you can be entirely certain you won't wake up penetrated.
Oh my god. Murders, please.
Only Amsal was still here.
Nyx can use himself as an improvised weapon. Dirk can certainly fit at least most of an arm up there. Wow. I mean, he's a shadow kind. It might be a magic weapon. Don't worry, the blood coating from his face being mashed into shit allows you to punch ghosts. Good news. Ah. And Nyx, you gave them contact details, yes?
Yes.
Alright, great. So, is there anything that you do when you're at the hotel? I ask this because Dr. Jonathan D. Hunter is paranoid as fuck, and presumably has a list of shit that he would want to get done.
You know, the list normally fills in the morning, but this has been a bad night. So, if nobody's going to tell him to get the fuck out of their room, John, for God's sake, go to bed. He's going to go and search every single room for any sort of spy device and probably just rant to himself about nonsense the whole time. He's also still drunk, if I remember correctly. So.
You are still buzzed, and apparently you don't piss off people and are allowed to make your paranoia checks in every room in peace.
Like, the party members.
Yeah,
he's
and
still
also the twins, right?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The twin, like that four is basically the twins are they're in good enough humors that they're like, yeah, fine, get on with it, go ahead. They do look vaguely tired, so they kind of want you to wrap up quickly. But now you can make your checks for everyone who lets you check their room.
You can enter my room whenever you want,
Yeah.
Doctor.
You live halfway across town, damn it.
Just let the crazy doctor do whatever the hell he wants.
That's
Why are you searching
that's
for listening
my
devices
friend.
with a speculum, Doctor?
Did I
Why would
actually
he?
update this? Yes, I did actually update my spot macro.
Hooray! Okay, which room was that?
Spotted something.
Let's start with the twins' room, I guess. Since they're the only, since they and Dirk are the only people that have said I can actually go in there, so.
Andrew said yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Sandra said yes as well.
Yeah.
Didn't hear that either. So.
I did say it.
Yeah, no. You don't find anything in the twins' room.
Okay, let's try Dirk's room.
Ooh.
Holy fuck.
19.
For the
You
first time
find-
in life, I can roll dice.
You find something. And I want you to be aware right now that this was immediately what you were up against. I GM rolled a natural 20. It doesn't copy-paste correctly. But that still wasn't good enough. You find evidence of devices. I don't say that you find devices, you find evidence of devices. It looks like there is, like, you know when tape's been pulled away from something and there's dust on either side of it?
Yeah.
You can see, like, lines in the dust, like, on things like sideboards and up against walls and underneath the edge of the bed, where there's probably been something taped there, but it has been taken away, and it's left a trail in the dust, and you can make out smudges where there might have been fingerprints, even. But that's all you can really make out.
Well,
There has been some kind of device, likely a listening device, judging by, you know, mostly just a guess in size, and because your spot check was bonkers, you'd be like, yeah, that probably, if I had a listening device, I could use about that much tape. Maybe more tape, maybe less tape. But they're not stuck in primary positions that you would be able to put a camera there and see fuck of all, except for maybe one up in the corner.
Well then.
Dirk's not generally in on plans necessarily.
Yeah, but that means there's probably some in everybody's room.
Yeah.
Dirk,
Yeah?
this wasn't you that did this, right?
No.
Good.
What?
Good. No, that's not good at all. Well, Dirk, you see, if you did this, you would be a leak. I'm not entirely sure what we do with those.
Well,
I mean,
technically,
spy movies tell me that we shoot them, but this isn't a spy movie. This is real life.
isn't a leak usually just what happens when information gets out? Not necessarily a. This is semantics. Not necessarily a person who does it on purpose, I should say. Being spied on is not.
Sandra, I don't know terminology, okay? I don't do this for a living. No. Regardless, someone's been listening here, so we should all actually take proper precautions and have a look around and see if there's anything that I've missed. I've probably missed a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean...
Well, I didn't.
Sandra, you don't find anything, and you think the doctor's talking bullshit. Crazy talk.
Yeah. Maybe. No, I don't see anything.
Pointed it out to Dirk.
Yeah.
Okay. Does Dirk actually try and do any spotting? It would be quite hilarious if you succeeded, like a fucking savant.
Yeah.
No. I did better than Sandra, though.
You know, you don't find anything. Actually, wait. Technically, you have a bonus because you know exactly what you're looking for. There is evidence of tape, and it is in Sandra's room.
Oh. Oh, we're in
Oh,
Sandra's
Lord.
room now.
Well, Sandra's like bedposting and stuff, because I'm pretty sure she shares with you, right, Dirk?
I have no idea. I thought we had separate rooms.
You don't. You have 2 rooms and then the twins' room, and I'm pretty sure that it was Dr. Jonathan and Simon.
We had 3 rooms. One
Oh,
of
right.
them was a shared room, but I know that because Simon absolutely refused to share with Dr. Hunter.
That's correct, right? Okay then. So I guess it's Sandra and Hunter in one room. So Dirk, you find one in the in the paranoid doctor's room that for some reason he didn't fucking notice. Like. I find that's fantastic. Yeah, it's like, well, we're looking for weird tape things, and then immediately Dirk's like, I wonder if there's anything in Sandra's room. Hey, what the fuck? How did the doctor not notice this shit? There were listening devices here. All right. Yeah, make a roll, Maz.
The exact same result.
Alright, yeah, you find more evidence again. I presumably you go back to the twins' room with the same, like, information, but they're already, like, half getting changed by the time you go back to them?
They should be used to it by now.
Yeah, true. I mean, they're, like, one of them's in a nightie and literally, Marek has just stood there naked as the day.
And I'm not there, god damn it.
Can we
John
help you?
will blush super deeply, turn around and say, sorry, found something in the other rooms. I'll give you a couple minutes. Sorry.
Fucking Valerian, god damn you.
Hilarious.
Okay,
Oh, God.
she succeeds and walks back out like a few moments later and just sort of like dumps like a wired box on the floor.
How big?
If you imagine like a phone case but quite flat.
Oh,
It's got that and some wires stuck to it. Looks like it could have been taped to the inside of something. She says that she found it on the inside edge of her bed. And then she looks very annoyed with the fact that this is a case, and she said, I have already taken out a card and smashed the shit out of it. She gives you now technically own, admittedly with a memory card, an empty listening device.
This woman's fucking amazing.
Yay,
I guess
listening
I'll
device.
put that down.
Yep, one of you can put that in your list. You have a completely workable, it's battery powered, you stick it up into a location, set it to record for a period of time. It has, in fact, I believe it's quite a high-tech one, so it's got a noise filter. So you can put it in a noisy fucking place, then turn on a filter, and then leave it there. Assuming you've left it for long enough periods of time, you'll be able to pick up stuff in even quite, like, complicated areas. So say, like, you're at a factory and there's working machinery. If you left it there, picking up information about the machinery, it would then be able to differentiate voices from the sounds of the background, but it would have to have been there for a little while reading noise first. There you go. You have now got a pretty reasonably good listening device there. The GM roll for Thalarian to find that listening device was 9. She got a 22, because she's the fucking bae. Yeah, that's definitely up the doctor's alley. Come on now.
Yeah.
Or possibly the stealth ninja that you have. Well, I say stealth ninja, but there's this. I mean, at least his farts are quiet. He'd probably be quite good at placing a listening device for you. And then what do you do for the rest of the night?
I think we're all
Get these
badly
thoughts out of his head,
hurt
not hard to go
still.
straight to-
So, if anyone wants to like take the time to have me roll to like do a take 10 on treat injury on you.
I think Dirk was hurt the most.
Yeah.
Well, Dirk and the doctor are the closest to death, anyway.
Yep, they're both
Yeah.
taking a smidgen of a kicking.
Where Dirk's nipples.
Right. I need
mostly
to
got punched.
actually update this tick.
I took like 8 or so damage from from 2 punches.
Oh yeah, you got donkey punched a bunch by the big dude.
And then got your nipple burnt.
Yeah, that was insult to injury.
Sandra took 9 damage.
Yeah, Scout, correct me if I'm wrong, I think you've, like, house ruled it so it's not, like, can make 1 roll per day, it's, like...
You can make 1 treat injury roll like in a combat situation, like, you know, once per rest, because then you can't just continue to be like, oh, I'm shot, all right, quickly med pack. Oh, I'm shot, med pack. But you can do like end of the day care. It's you do a take 10 treat injury, and as long as you have the supplies, you can keep doing it as long as they sit there up to a certain threshold. I will say if you spend like an hour working on someone and keep rolling low for healing, you'll have to stop.
Okay, I mean, there isn't actually, like, a limit to the, amount of uses on medical kits by the
I think it's
books,
probably medical tools, so I imagine there isn't a limit on the tools themselves. I might impose a hard limit on just burning through all of the supplies you use for fixing up injuries. So you tell me if you think you used we'll see how many checks it takes, and I will look and see if there's a house rule for how many times you can burn through a kit.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a glass of water.
Cool.
No, that's the only rulebook, not that. That's the right rulebook. I just want to check to see if there's, like, if you get a certain high result, you can roll more than 1d4. I don't think there is, but it's, like, worth checking, right?
1 second. Okay, long-term care. With a medical kit, you can do long-term care, which is DC 15, which I believe a take 10 for you is more than DC 15.
It's 22 now.
Yeah, then you are okay. This allows a patient to recover hit points and ability points lost to temporary damage at an advanced rate of 3 hit points per character level, or 3 ability points restored per day of complete rest. A new check is made each day. Restoring hit points with a medical kit. If you've lost hit points, you can restore some of them. A successful check as a full round action is 1d4. The number restored never exceeds their full total hit points. Application and skill can be used successfully on a character once per day. I will say that is not the case. It is every time you do, like, you can do it once per rest if it's in a bad situation. Otherwise, you treat injuries as though you were doing long-term care over a night. I'm going to limit it to 3 checks. It is a 1d4 each time, though, because there's only so much that mundane first aid goods can do for you. So if you want to spend, you know, like a straight half hour trying to patch him up, then it would be 3d4. And then they also qualify for a long-term care check overnight.
Okay, so that's 3d4 plus 3 hit points per character level?
Yep, 3 hit points per character level overnight. But 3d4 for the immediate heal. I'm going to make it into a handout. 1 second.
Who wants to go first with, like, getting hit points back? I can just take 10 on this automatical pass, it's fine.
Dirk?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll take it. First aid check.
I don't have to make a check, I can just take 10, so...
5.
And you'll also get, I think, 12 hit points overnight, which, again, don't have to roll for.
I don't have to worry about this.
Yep. Sandra, would you like some hit points?
I would.
Have 9. I
Yay.
clearly like you more.
Maybe you just
I'm
don't
fully healed.
maybe you just don't fucking fidget as much. Maybe Dirk's a terrible fidget.
That
Like, god damn it, Dirk, sit fucking still.
He keeps scratching at the bandages.
And neither of the twins were injured, right?
No, neither of them were injured.
No, they are perfectly fine.
Gary's amazing, and Merrick hit. Merrick's hit.
So I can full heal myself. Yeah.
There you go.
I feel like a slightly vindicated party medic now. I have a reason to exist. I can help you guys.
Yay!
Congratulations. And there, you've now got revised healing rules. I'm pretty sure that's all reasonable. I will update in a bit to include things like hardcore surgery. Yeah. It's, you can totally, if you have the necessary tools, you can do fucking surgery on a person. Field surgery.
Oh, that's awesome.
Don't
Yeah.
worry, I'll only get the feat that actually allows me to do that at all next level. So
I mean, you can do it without having the feat. You just have -4 on the check, which is dangerous.
yeah.
It's like, because if surgery doesn't go well, then surgery didn't go well, and that means exactly what it means in real life.
Good.
It means that you wake up and someone left a fucking scalpel in there somehow. Or their watch.
Cell phone.
It's just like, where's my watch? Or you hear a ringing from one of Dirk's biceps.
Oh God.
Okay, great. So you're going to be able to rest overnight. I believe you are back in time that you can still receive a full night's rest. Do you do anything special, or do you just sleep?
Dirk's just gonna go to sleep.
Cool.
He's had a rough day of donkey punches and nipple toastings.
That is Dirk's day.
Hunter, do you want to stand guard?
Dirk is a band-aid mummy.
Band-aids heal bullet wounds,
They
right?
have to be something like My Little Pony or like Hello Kitty Band-Aids.
They're Pokemon.
They have to be. Oh yeah, you know.
They're Pokemon band-aids, of course they are. Like, even if Dr. Hunter put proper bandages on you, you put fucking Pokemon band-aids on top of them.
Yes, Sandra. Yes, watch is probably a good idea. I'll take first if you would like to get some rest initially.
That sounds fine to me.
Okay, excellent. Can you please make for me Constitution saving throw, Dr. Hunter? Because you're tired. You've also spent a long time doing stuff, and you were drunk. I want to see if you'll fall asleep, because you're essentially doing a watch for a person and a half, because Dirk is asleep.
That's a fort save, right?
Yep. Alright, let's see here. Pretty sure the DC for, like, not getting fatigued is a 15, so you can either fall asleep during your watch, or you will be fatigued. Which do you prefer?
Out of character, I'd prefer to fall asleep. In character, ranks of fatigue. Lay them on me.
Okay then, you have the first rank of fatigue. Congratulations.
Where do I put that on this sheet?
Well, I can tell you how fatigued affects you, just a reminder. Fatigued, you cannot run or charge. You have -2 to strength and dex. If you do anything else that would cause you to be fatigued, you become exhausted. Exhausted's bad news, because that's -6 to strength and dex.
Oof.
Oh boy.
It will take 8 hours of complete rest to not be fatigued. Yeah. But if you get tired to exhausted levels, you can take like a 1 hour nap to become fatigued again. You would need essentially 9 hours of rest. So, you know, just don't get exhausted.
Yep, let me just reduce my AC again. Yes, I just updated my token to increase it by 1. Now I have to decrease it by 1.
Someone's asking what the level adjustment stuff is. You mean on the main screen here? It's just a, I'm using just as a background screen. There are no maps drawn for this, so it just happens to be a pretty good picture of a bunch of the different shadow kind in this game. And when you pick a tougher shadow kind, you have level adjustment applied to you. Dirk has, I believe, level adjustment.
Dirk does not have a level adjustment.
Do you know? Oh yeah, orcs don't.
Standard
Orcs.
shadow.
Yep, orcs are standard. Good for you.
Yeah.
I think dwarves are also standard, aren't they?
Actually, he's a level lower than everyone else.
Yes, that's correct.
Hopefully, I'll never have to get Dirk because Dirk's way too fun.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, this is literally just working as a splash screen. I can show you other amazing splash screens that we've used in the past. Like this one over here.
Yep.
It's a delightful one.
Yes, it is.
All sorts of
Yeah.
splash screens. I should probably grab Nix and pull him into that one. So, the morning... Oh, wait, no, in fact, Sandra, your turn. You come across the doctor. He's not looking like he's doing super well. He's looking very, very exhausted.
Well, good night. Have nice dreams, I guess.
He's not going to be able to sleep long enough to fix his fatigue, but, you know, that's just how it goes.
Suave as fuck. Good night, have nice dreams, I guess.
Yep.
She's
Alright.
not trying to be suave.
Of course. Sandra, although you've taken
Alright.
a short nap, you have also been drinking. Is your fortitude save the fucking is named drinks like there's no tomorrow? That's
Yeah.
so appropriate. And you are A-okay. I guess what you drink like there's no tomorrow is fucking coffee. Yeah, no, you have no problem. You've already done this once quite recently. In fact, I believe by the time morning comes, you are feeling like you're gonna feel groggy, but it's not impeded your ability to get around for the day. And you're not even hungover anymore. You basically stayed awake through your hangover, and then hydrated through it. See, just the morning rises and you're okay.
Yep.
Good old Sandra.
Oh yes.
Yeah, Sandra's my spirit animal too. I wish I could drink like Sandra drinks,
Yes.
aka like a dwarf. Okay, great.
Are we sure she's just not a really tall dwarf?
She could just be a really... She's not hairy enough. Does Sandra have to shave a beard every morning?
Not as far as anyone not as far as anyone else knows.
Okay, fair enough. She might be then. You don't know.
Must
She
just
might
go
have.
to
A,
a
she might.
device.
She might. It might be a. In fact, I'm pretty sure like a very tall dwarf, even if it were female, would have to go through HRT to look human feminine. So who knows? Frankly,
She's half dwarf.
she is. All right then. In the morning. I do love it when this happens. Hey, Dr. Hunter, you're woken from your unconsciousness by your phone ringing.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy. Well, I should answer that. Allow me to make a fortitude save. Let's see how badly hungover I am.
I mean, you're tired, your tongue is still, like, thick in your mouth.
Yeah.
But it's just the regular tide of, I need so many more hours of sleep. At least it isn't, like, head pounding, eyes watering, walls swimming. You are functionable, just weak.
Tired.
John will sit up, answer his phone, probably take about 30 seconds trying to work out how to operate this one because this is actually the first call he's had on it.
Thick in your mouth, Captain. Your tongue is so thick in your mouth, man. It's porky. It's porky in your mouth. Okay. Hello
Yes.
there! This would be Dr. Jonathan Hunter, yes?
Sorry, do I know you?
I should hope so. I'm paying you to look after my children.
Ah, yes. Sorry. We haven't.
This is the
spoken
first
before.
time the DM has talked to you using this man's voice. It is quite loud and boisterous and cheerful.
I love this guy already.
Hello. Yes. This is Dr. Hunter.
Excellent. I would have hated to just wait for you to just answer. I mean, you certainly took your time anyway. Now then.
Sorry. Brand new telephone.
Of course, I suppose we all make those kinds of mistakes. Now, I received some very stressful information from both yourselves and from my daughter and son.
They're both fine.
Yes,
They
no,
managed to
I
seize
understand
our-
that everyone is in one piece. They have told me as much themselves. What they have also told me is that you have some kind of individuals paying people to try and kidnap my beautiful children.
Yes.
Well,
Yes,
then,
indeed.
I would like to extend to you fresh business opportunity. How do you feel about this concept?
I would be very happy to take this opportunity.
Excellent. I'll prefer it very much when people agree without even knowing the job. We're going to get along just fine. Now,
I have a feeling you want us to go and fuck up this Mr. Jackson fellow. Would that be accurate?
you will be most correct.
Yes. Trust me. We will enjoy doing that a great deal. Doubly
Okay,
so
then.
with a financial incentive.
I am very glad to hear that. Now, I understand you are member down. I am fine to extending this payment to extra person if you manage to locate one. I remember them saying that there was some kind of smut elf with you last time. I have no issues with this factor. I
Very
will,
good,
however,
very
add
good.
that I do not want my children coming along on this adventure. I know that my daughter, at the very least, can be very, very willful. I would not appreciate her being brought along. I understand that the broken table is a perfectly reasonable place to leave them for at least a day. I will give you, I suppose, the rest of their visit to find these people. I will add that I will not have their holiday ruined by simple kidnapping, terrorist blackmailing assholes. So if you wish to, not bring them on any kind of murder mercenary spree, you do it in the day that you leave them there. Are we quite clear?
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Excellent. I will make the necessary precautions and send you a portion of the payment now already, because I believe that considering you have involved yourselves in both rescuing from one kidnapping and one apparent gang club shootout, that you've more than made an escort's pay. So consider the previous job already done and paid for, and this is an extension of your contract.
Very well. Thank you. Thank you.
I would like to be kept appraised of developments as they occur. If this Mr. Jackson is a particularly important person, then it may be necessary for people higher up the food chain than yourselves to intervene. I'm hoping this is not the case, and it is just some simple blue blood fool who thinks he can get money out of me.
Mm-hmm.
If you can take them alive, personally I don't give a damn, but it is your prerogative. I'm perfectly happy with a dead kidnapper.
I assume that's then you won't be paying extra for being able to take care of it yourself.
No, I could care less. If they'd succeeded in harming my beautiful children, then yes, I would like them very much to myself. But this should not be the case. Am I making myself very clear?
Yes, absolutely. And thank you. That will make our lives much simpler.
I'm very glad to hear it. You have yourself a wonderful day.
And you as well, sir.
Yep, the phone clicks closed. The line is dead.
John will, pull on a bathrobe or something, and, just stick his head out the door and look at Sandra. Sandra,
Yeah?
uh, good news.
Yes.
We're being offered extra money to go and kill the arsehole that's behind what happened yesterday.
Great.
Okay.
So
So-
if you can hear that, Mr. Jackson, which, you probably can. You had a lot.
I like the idea
I'd
that
like
you've
you
taken all
to
the
go
listening
ahead and
devices.
make it more difficult for us, because I will enjoy killing every one of your employees.
says the crazy doctor to the air after finding no more listening devices. I'm talking to you. I love it. Okay, guys, so that you're aware, you have technically been paid 500 more than you have just received. I'm not giving you wealth bonus +2. If you want to offer cash to the elf, then he will get 1,500 and wealth bonus +1.
We probably ought to, just so we can, actually take the other party member along.
Yeah, out of character, I'm saying you should probably give him this money as an incentive to come murder people with you.
Yeah.
In characterly, though, you'd be like, fuck that smart elf.
Oh, alright.
This
See ya,
is very
Winter.
true.
See you in a minute. Although, I don't know, the elf seemed to be able to handle himself. Why not?
You do remember him shooting someone with a silenced pistol in the middle of a club, so...
Yeah, silenced pistol seems like something we might need. And he's very stealthy, something no one else other than possibly Dirk.
Yeah,
Other
for
than
some
very
reason,
much Dirk.
Dirk, the most amazing savant, is good at stealth.
Is the stealthy one.
Fucking stealth orc. Help, we've got a stalk. He just paints himself in orcish blackface. Becomes one with the shadows.
No, purple, because no one's ever seen a purple orc.
Touché. Why are you here hanging out with the grape orc?
I'm back.
Welcome back.
I have to get up again in a little while to move some boards.
That's fine. Okay then, did you hear before about Cash and Dosh and recruiting smut elves?
I heard that much.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
So yeah, morning rises.
I'm not calling Nix anything else now. I said.
Yeah. I mean, I think we're all going to be calling him Smut Elf. I'm glad that I've helped make that a thing. And he needs to make dildosh, which is money for dildos.
A certain percentage of money has to be put towards dildos.
Yeah, like just burn
Alright,
5
alright.
wealth bonus and dildosh.
All right. I'll put that on my character sheet. I'm gonna put like 10% of my money goes towards dildos.
Excellent. If you get one that's like covered in like true silver and can be used to murder vampires or some shit, that'd be pretty great. I've got a stake. Wham! That's not where a stake goes. It is.
It does now.
Flip a vampire over in its coffin, spit on the end, and get ready for work. Good stuff. Yeah, I like how Dr. Jonathan Hunter has gone from paranoid to just basically fucking mental bills.
If after some downtime in which nobody attempts to kill him, he'll probably get a little bit better, but
What you got right now is a temporary insanity.
yeah, pretty much.
It's good, it's good. It's the Call of Cthulhu coming out of you. I like it when characters are affected by random attempts on their life that weren't a norm in their life beforehand because they weren't fantasy adventurers.
Dirk was always a fantasy adventurer.
Well, yeah, of course. A roll for anal circumference. Yeah, go for it, Nix. Let's see how low can you go.
Yes.
We're gonna say you have a natural +3 bonus. It's gonna be D6 plus your con.
Wait, actually?
Yeah, we're doing it right now.
Okay.
Plus con mod or plus actual con?
I would say con mod. It's quite funny because I'm pretty sure his is shit. So
Mine is shit. Damn
he'll
it.
have to roll high.
All right. So 1d6 minus 2. No!
Yeah, you've got. Well, I mean, 2 inches of circumference isn't actually unreasonable, all things considered.
How am I
He's still training.
How am I gonna fit in the Tyrannosaurus sex?
Training. You have ways to work out that, like, literally, I'm thinking, like, 2 inches is fucking. That's thick, okay? That's actually quite dangerous.
Wow, you're actually right.
Exactly. Yeah. Did you like? What I did was I held up my hand and then checked the length of my thumb and then thought that's real wide, actually.
Really.
Like if you rolled a 6, that's actually genuinely scary. As the Mythbusters say, every problem can be solved with enough lubrication. But alright then. You've barely passed on the information to Sandra and presumably Dirk that you've been paid now to go murder stuff, that Thalarian and Marek walk out of their room looking rather annoyed. It would seem they've just been told that they're going to be hanging around at the broken table for a while.
Friend of a friend of a friend. Relative of a friend. Actually, in this case, it's
In
relative.
that case, what? I'm sorry. Sorry.
He's talking to someone in the background because he needs to mute himself when he stands up.
Oh, okay. In that case, I'll probably tell them there's lots of other,
From my perspective,
especially to Thalarian, that there's other like shadow workers and stuff in the group, in that place. So it's a great place to, I guess, ask around.
Make a
Because
charisma
I know she
check.
said she thought about working there.
Alright, I'll give you... make a charisma check. If this were 5e, I'd say with advantage, but I'm just going to lower the DC myself. Go ahead.
Well, yeah.
She wants to go murder these fucking people too.
Perfectly understandable. Perfectly understandable. If we take her with us,
you would be immediately going against the order that was given and made very explicitly clear to Jonathan Hunter. Don't bring his sweet babies along. She wants nothing more than to come along and shoot some people, however.
I assume.
And Solarian, if you come along, what will Max do? Like, no offense,
Yeah.
but you didn't exactly do particularly well at the firing range, and well, Solarian, someone has to take care of your brother. And you're slightly less expendable than a lot of us.
Alright,
In that
Marek.
if we die, the rest of us will get paid slightly more. If you die, the rest of us will not get paid in the slightest.
Yeah, Marek is kind of offended at this. Make a charisma check.
Oh. I do have a +1, so...
You can... I guess it would be okay, cool. It's also your diplomacy modifier, whatever that one is. Because you're trying to talk him down.
That would be a further +2.
Okay, that beats the DC. He's cooled off by your insinuation. He tells his sister that, you know, it'll be a day. And he will also actually help try to persuade her. Because he doesn't want his sister to get shot up by gangsters either. He doesn't have much luck. She's still very, very incensed. But it looks like she will agree with the 1-day grace. Or at least she tells you she will agree with the 1-day grace. She asks if people at the broken table know how to drink.
I point her towards the dwarves. I assume there's dwarves there.
Almost fucking certainly, yes. To be fair, he does know Kung Fu. When we rolled the D4 of Fate, Marek, it turned out, has martial arts training. He's useless at every gun and ranged weapon that I've given him the chance to utilize. Turns out he's fucking spec'd for martial fighting, so I mean, good for Marek. I mean, Kung Fu versus guns, it's not going to be gun kata. So, he would be in a bad state anyway.
that's why Dirk puts on armor all the time.
Yep. The boxer rebellion is what I have every day when I have to decide to put on underwear. 5 inches? That's gonna be like hero points. You're gonna need to spend hero points to get up there.
Check that
This is a
comparison.
heroic feat right here.
It's the fucking diameter of the head is as big as the can is sideways.
Yeah, I mean, I think that every time you ever want to use it, you burn 2 hero points.
Alright, 2 hero points, sounds good.
Turns out that he used it last night. That's 2 less hero points than he had a few moments ago.
Well,
Alright, I'm down to 15.
Sweet. I mean, hero points in this game are actually pretty common. It's nice that they give you a lot of means for... Look, your dice aren't quite as shit as you're putting them out to be. They aren't as good for, like, re-rolling, but it's a flat bonus on dice. It's sweet.
Yeah.
Delicious beer. Okay, then. So you head off to the broken table. Everyone don't forget to add $1,500, or, well, d20 bucks, because it's euros in this area, but the money translates to 1,500 of a currency if you change countries that you're in. So we call it dollars or pounds or euros or whatever, but the number never really fucking changes.
Yeah, just make it not complicated like that.
Correct. Yeah, we're going by d20 bucks. It's like the idea that bullets in Thomas's campaign are just bullets, no matter what gun you're using. I like that a lot. It's very useful. Every time he tackles those dealers, he puts on "You're the best around" for mood. No one's ever gonna break you down. Okay, so you get to the broken table. Presumably, call up Nix. Nix, there's presumably some phone call that happens. Who makes
Presumably
that call?
there is.
I was about to say, like, what did they say? But I'll leave it to you. Go crazy, my puppies. Role play.
Well,
Sandra, do you want to call them next?
yeah. Well, the thing is, we just got a new job to go on. We're sort of down a member, and you seem to
much money?
have
a lot.
$1,500 and another wealth bonus. It's basically the same job again in pay. Sorry, I forgot to mention how much he's actually offering for you to redo the... Yeah.
Will it be entertaining?
It should
You were
be.
there.
Yeah, you were there when they first showed up. It's the same assholes.
Well, I mean, I don't know that. Like, I've only interacted with you guys once. Maybe that was the highlight of your lives and it's all downhill from here. I don't want to associate with you then.
I think we're only going up from here.
Fantastic. Count me in.
Excellent. Alright,
Money, excitement,
Wait,
and
said
that
how
goes
much?
to
Yours will actually
attractive
say
giants.
a lot.
Dirk's own words. Okay, don't forget, Will, you've also been given the 1,500 for and plus 1 wealth bonus for what they've already done in escort job. This next this next payout will be literally after the job is complete. You'll be making that again, presumably, if nothing goes wrong.
Alright.
Like, don't forget, I mean,
Okay.
any D&D game where guns are involved, it could just be the fucking death of your character in an entire round of fire.
Especially more. Well, I don't know. Sandra was shot how many times?
Does it really count as being shot when you're deflecting bullets like the fucking Terminator?
But yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Great.
that's fair enough. No cash if I don't show up.
That's cool. Do you show up? They'd be
I
like,
do
I'm
show up.
in! And then just sit there, laughing.
Yeah, I say I'm in. Don't show up to the gunfight later. That'll show them.
Yeah, okay then. Nix, can you roll me the d4 of fate, please?
I can do that. Oh,
Ooh.
baby.
You've been to the broken table before, and so you know about it, which is convenient because I also don't have to explain it multiple times. You know that it's a place where people like the Shadow Kind go, and independents and agencies. It is neutral ground for most of those groups, so if you get a job from there and it's not literally agency specific, it means that there's probably some big issue with jurisdiction, and they're not allowed to get involved. You, being an independent, have no like legal jurisdiction to do anything other than jobs from these guys that are independent.
Fantastic.
At the time when you came by, there was nothing exciting enough for you to do. When you saw us like look after some kids, you're like, oh fuck that noise. Turns out that job became very interesting, but you know, whatever.
I'm on it now.
Yeah, now you're on it, and you didn't even realize that that's the job you've now actually technically undertaken. It was more exciting than you thought. Yeah, so you know people here, which means that I also will give you the natural, like, just access to the job board, and you can know some people. If on the fly, any of you people ever want to make something up, for instance, to say, oh, I know a guy from here, he's such and such, he's relatively useful, I'll make you roll the d4 of fate, and if it comes up 3 or 4, then yes, you do. If it comes up 1 or 2, maybe you do. Maybe you still know them, but you're misremembering. That's how that's going to work.
All right.
Nix, you've been there before, so you're
Really
also
bullshitting.
Yeah. If you since you've been here before, I will also allow you the same permission insert law, aka the D4 of bullshit.
Fair enough.
Would anyone like to tempt fate and be like, I'm looking for information. I know such and such here.
Sure, but I don't got anything.
Well, you generally need to be telling me someone that you know who has information before you start attempting fate. We'll let you
I
keep.
just love the macro. Anyway.
You just wanted to show off the macro. Yeah, I get it. Okay, so does anyone actually know someone at the broken table who might be able to help you?
I do know a couple of guys here.
Oh, that's cool. Tell me about them.
Oh, damn. Well, when I say no, very, very short acquaintances, but I feel like they'd be willing to give me some information if I were to ask.
Okay, cool.
As in, yeah, Hunter got it.
Yeah, you
got
slept
it.
with them. Yeah, okay, I understand. All right. Give me a name, race, and gender, and then roll the dice. In fact, you said 2 people, so I'll let you take 2 shots at it. And if you're right both times or you're wrong both times, then you've upped the ante.
Oh, God, names. Hold up, I gotta pull up a name generator.
Go for it. I always like generated names. They're fun. Necron Sandra is kind of a cutie. Moo.
Moo.
This is delicious beer.
Alright, well, I got Masid Hani. Hold up, I'm gonna spell it out in the...
Right, he's Arabic. The only shadow kind that rules out is dwarf, I think. They don't really happen around there. So you can name any... You can name anyone.
I think for this one I'm gonna go with another elf.
Okay, Masid Hani is an elf of generally Arabic nature. He appeared further off in like the Middle East a couple years back and has moved around here simply to just sort of sample the sights. He became a regular in the bar and works a normal boring job, but he is a relatively exotic looking elf. And now roll the d4 and we'll tell you if you No, you've made a slash there. It's actually bugged out. You haven't rolled that dice. You're okay. Not okay. Okay then. Let's find out how it goes with the other person and hope you roll really, really high. So, who's the other person that you've met?
Hold up. God, no, that's a horrible name. Chrysanthos Petros.
Are you kidding me? Okay, nope, that's happening. That's now the name. Chrysanthos Petros.
I put in Greek and it ended up with Chrysandros Petros.
Yep, that's cool. You know, Greek guy, that doesn't rule any of the Shadowkind races out. It can be human or Shadowkind. Go for it.
Fantastic. He's gonna be a dwarf.
Do satyrs
What are you
exist?
using for these?
Make a roll. And I'll tell you if you think satyrs exist.
Assuming
Me or
Sam
Pets?
said, well, Rob just asked out of character, do satyrs exist? I'm gonna say, I won't tell you. You'll have to make a roll. Do you think satyrs exist? You have no idea.
okay.
If you ask Dirk, he'll make it another.
Alright. So D4
Dirk.
for Petros, the...
Dwarf.
Petros the dwarf. Oh my
Ugh.
god. Okay then, Nix, when you arrive and you say you know a couple of regulars here, who you're like, you know them, it turns out that they are not only people that, yes, you've gotten to know biblically, you also never called them back. And they aren't exactly pleased about that, especially when one of them sees you go from him to the other one, and they're like, what the fuck? Make a diplomacy check and try and talk your way out of a bad situation.
Alrighty. One moment. I think I have a. No, I do not.
Otherwise, they're gonna try to punch you. I think.
So it's D20 plus charisma.
Okay, you just very barely avoid there being some kind of fist fight and a punch up. You do end up offering one of them a date again. Which one do you pick?
I'm gonna have to go with Chrysanthos.
Alright, Chrysanthos Petros the dwarf is mildly less incensed. He's still not really got any information for you, but at least you don't get into a fucking bar punch up between a dwarf and elf and another elf who apparently never called either of them back.
Fun times.
Alright, one
I
second.
know a couple guys.
Alright, Thalarian and Marek, respectively. Marek has no luck finding a useful person. Thalarian does that very typical thing of pointing at the very shadowy, hooded-looking guy and being like, maybe he knows some stuff, and then they go pick a table and start drinking. It takes all of, like, a minute for, like, way too many dwarves to show up with booze. You suspect
no.
it's going to be a messy night for even the two Nords. The two Jotun. Short and stout below the belt. You can still feel dwarf. Nice. If he spends enough hero points, he can't feel anything. Alright, so yeah. Thalarian did point you towards a hooded, mysterious-looking asshole who wants to go up and do the talkie-talkie. Like, she picked the absolute stereotypical person to point at, but also her logic is infallible.
Ooh, pick me. Pick me. I want to talk to him.
As well as being a badass, she's also genre savvy.
She is. All she has to go on is stereotypes. That stereotype exists for a reason. Alright, then Nix, go up ahead and talk to him. So far, I will recount everything you know, just in case you've forgotten it. There was a fight at a nightclub. Independents were hired by a man named Jackson, who you have no other identity or descriptions for, to kidnap the two Jotun girls who are now getting way too deep into a drinking game with some dwarves already. You do have a description? I forgot. Have you got the description written down? Because I might not myself.
I don't have it written down, but like the prisoner we interrogated was able to describe the person she spoke to, said that was Jackson. That might not have actually been Jackson. It's we have a description of someone that our prisoner spoke to.
Okay, we'll go by that.
I think he was mid-40s, human. That's like had hair still, but that's the best I can.
Yeah, is it
remember.
scruffy hair graying like the sides, that kind of shit?
Yeah.
Hair that pulls out Dirk.
Yeah,
Unlike
Dirk
Dirk's
is
nipples.
not our bad guy.
Maybe it was Dirk wearing a hair squig.
Nice, nice. Okay, so yeah,
Alright,
Nick,
so-
you go up with this information.
I'm gonna go up to the words. I'm gonna go up to the stranger and offer to buy. Do I know the gender or no?
Make a spot check because this person is literally wearing like shadowy, heavy clothes.
Fun. 20 plus wisdom. Oh my god!
You don't know what the fuck this is, so you're gonna have to play it by ear. In fact, you're pretty certain it's a big, bulky dude.
Oh yeah, is it?
Yeah, it's a
It'll
big, bulky
totally
dude.
turn out that way.
It's look, meta knowledge. You think it's a big, bulky dude.
Fantastic. Can I buy you a drink for some information?
That entirely depends on what kind of information you're looking for.
I'll fucking do it.
The
Big bulky
like,
dude, huh?
basically, what is a trench coat and a hat turns to look at you, and you can't really see into the shadows properly. You realize that the coat isn't really resting on any shoulders. Like the limbs are too puffed out for that.
Oh, fun. Well, I'm looking for information on a Mr. Jackson.
Mr.
We have a
Jackson.
description. He hired mercenaries to kidnap the two gorgeous twins over there, and we need to go kill him. So, can you help me find him?
Make a charisma check. The figure pauses and goes, well, can you put in a good word for me with one of them?
I can absolutely do that. Which one would you like?
Oh, the girl, definitely.
In that case, I absolutely can introduce you to Thalarian. So, what information do you have for me?
Okay, Jackson, eh? 1 second. And then the figure reaches up to take off its hat, and there's no head underneath the hat. Instead, there's empty space, and then shoulders, and then eyes peeking out of the neck, and the coat falls away, and it is about a 3-foot tall fairy, just sort of stood on the chair.
Theory in which sense?
As in, Walker of the Fae has gossamer wings.
Oh, it's an ogre.
It's a what, sorry?
It's an ogre.
Yeah, it's an ogre.
That's why this.
It's a big dude.
It's a big dude. Yeah. Yeah, it's about a 3-foot tall fairy, and she sort of like stood up on the chair and then leant back against the rest of it. And the coat falls away, and she just does the ta-da. So Thalarian, you say. Anyway, and she waves over to the bartender, makes a drinky motion, and then points at you as though it's going on your tab. And the guy brings over. No, he brings over an Irish coffee. So you know, admittedly, it's more fairy size. So you know when you get like those espresso cups.
Mm-hmm.
It is quite simply just an espresso cup with whiskey in it because she's a small little fairy thing. Oh my god, that's actually pretty apt. Looking up smut elf in Google and getting that. That is shockingly on point right there.
Oh god.
That is
Is
startlingly.
that Winchester's face?
I'm not sure. Oh my god, that
so,
might
that's
be
fake.
that might be fucking Dean Winchester's face, but with
I
elf
think it
ears.
is.
I'm like trying to just
I
like
actually thought it was for a moment.
I'm like cutting off the ears with my hands. That's fucking Dean Winchester right there. And then underneath is the fucking title smut_slut. that's too fantastic right there. Oh my. Sorry for that non sequitur, but that was fantastic. But yes,
Great link.
must have the fairy join. Okay, her drink is brought over and she'll lean back and say, do you want to bring over your friends then? And I'll tell you what I know. I've heard of this Jackson fella.
Fantastic. So I motion for everyone to come on over.
Do you include the twins in that?
I absolutely. They're not supposed to come.
You don't know that they're not supposed to come along.
Yeah.
You weren't part of that discussion.
You have a point. I'm gonna include the twins.
Yes.
I feel
Alright.
like even if I knew, I would still like motion them over. Just because that would probably be the most entertaining thing to do.
You're lucky in that at least one of them doesn't follow along, and that would be Marek. He's much too caught up with this fucking drinking game that's already begun. But Valerian will just sort of like, she'll finish her drink, knock it down upside down, and then like back away from the table, be like, I'll be right back, like still swallowing whiskey.
Also, I just want to say, because this completely screwed us over last time, I'm gonna roll my paranoia.
Ooh.
Ooh, is that perception or sense bullshit?
That's Spot. If you'd like me to make a sense motive, I can do that as well.
We'll start with the Spot. You can do a sense bullshit as well. Go for it.
Yeah.
The sense bullshido. Nice.
Oh shit, sense that bullshit.
Jesus Christ. Okay, you basically do the equivalent of like a superhero's sonar ping, and then you pick up all of the spotting and all the bullshit in the room. You're pretty sure that 2 of the dwarves are trying to get laid, but that was kind of obvious. The fairy seems on the level. There is another guy at the table who is like another table trying too hard not to look interested. You suspect he's like wearing relatively heavy winter clothes, and you can see that he's got slightly pale pink skin. You might figure tiefling. You can't see from where he is if there's a tail or if there's wings or if he's got horns or anything. He's just sort of like on his side, and then you know when someone's leaning on their arm, but their arm is like positioned so they can tilt their ear at people. He's kind of got that going on. You sense that as you fucking sonar ping wander over.
Okay. What's the appropriate reaction to that? Do I
I'm
accept
tempted
that
to wave
he's
him over
just...
to join the conversation.
You don't know, slut.
Goddamn.
Dom Zendi. Am I
That's
talking to
like
you,
the-
slut?
That is like the one time ever you will hear that from me.
You usually sub Zendi. Oh, we don't sub Zendi.
Damn it, Scam, you just...
Don't worry about it. I'm Switch kind of wizard. All right. Yes, you. There is a guy who is trying. He's trying too hard not to be noticed. He's obviously listening in, but he's not looking in anyone's general direction.
Okay, so, you know what? Let's resolve this with a will save. Let's see if John has, gotten a little bit less crazy now.
I will add just the in-character knowledge that no one draws a weapon in this bar ever.
Yeah. I mean, not being crazy is like just, not doing anything. Being crazy is like
Confront immediately.
fucking creepy grin.
Okay. All right. Go for it. Yeah, I was just gonna say like your character would know that this is neutral
Yeah,
ground for
I'm-
many reasons, and drawing a weapon here would probably get you vaped.
Yeah, I'm not that crazy yet.
Dude.
Give it another 3 adventures. Of
Give
this
it
shit
another
happening.
3 club shootouts, and we'll see where you're at.
Yeah. So that's a fail.
Yes,
so,
it is.
As John's walking past, he will turn to his tiefling and just give him a wide grin that just gets wider and wider until every single one of John's teeth is on display. And we'll just give him a wink.
Can we invite him to the conversation?
You can try, but when he gets
I
his
think
creep.
you can tell that I just did that, so...
Yeah, I think that was subtle. This guy looks up and goes, "What the fuck are you looking at?" And you hear like knuckles popping as like a fist clenches.
Oh, I'm just looking at someone who might be listening into things that they really shouldn't.
Tell you what, boy, you think that it isn't interesting to listen in on shit in this pub?
Oh, I'm sure it's interesting. But when we are, being paid
What's that? Being paid something there, boy?
Look, I have had a bad day. I have had a bad couple of days. I have been chased by the fucking police, dressed in a Halloween costume. I have been shot at. I have had half my life drained out of me.
Oh, you did ya? That's a funny story. You know what? You have yourself a lovely fucking day. And he'll get up and slam his chair into place as though he's been offended. And then he will leave this building.
Bartender, when that man comes in, buy him a drink on me. It seems less crazy than me.
Do you say that? Do you say that loud enough for him to hear as he leaves?
Probably yes.
He pauses
God
and
knows
looks
only
over his
someone crazy would actually deal with my fucking bullshit. Thanks, fellow crazy.
You know what? When he looks over his shoulder and he hears you offer him a drink, something slightly changes in his eyes. Just slightly. And then he leaves.
Well, I still think we should have invited him to the conversation.
Doc is real good at making friends. The fairy just looks on like, what the fuck was that all about? Any of you got any ideas? I mean, I don't know how much I want to tell Captain Crazy over there, but I mean, I'm happy to give the rest of you guys information. She looks mildly uncomfortable. When Thel sits over, though, she does the typical, like, hello there, and then flutters from her chair over towards Thel. Yeah, she'll instead perch on, like, the arm of Thel's chair, which she takes the other, like, uninvited one, and immediately more drinks are brought over. At a glance, you can see that the dwarves have been like, look at our table of people, send the booze! Like, just shots are delivered. I should add that it's about 10:30 in the morning. San Madra rolls her eyes. Good old San Madra. Yeah. Okay, then, I mean, that was something. Thanks for the drinks, guys. She'll call out to, like, the table of dwarves, and she'll just drink her Irish coffee, just pour the shot of whiskey into it and continue. Goes, okay, then, so you were looking into this Jackson guy. I mean, we've seen him before. He comes in here. Usually goes over to the job board that I've seen you guys using before. I mean, I see a lot. It turns out that if you just sort of hang out in a coat, you get bought drinks and asked questions by strangers all the time. It's amazing being an information broker. Okay, then. So, yeah, the Jackson guy. I know that he's got some boys over in an industrial area. You know where there's a bunch of old abandoned factories?
Yeah, I think we've been there before.
There's that.
It's entirely possible you have. There are a bunch of those all over the fucking island. We're in the 2000s, and a lot of the shipping industry has died down by like an incredible degree. So if you're looking for abandoned factories where people don't build shit anymore, then yeah, look no further. It's just an area north of you. Yeah, I mean, he's got a group over there. You know when someone says like, "Ooh, we work in imports," and then you're pretty sure it's not really imports. You're pretty sure what they mean to say is, "Yeah, we do illegal shit for a living," and then call it imports so that we can write taxes, that kind of thing. I'm pretty sure he's one of them. Pretty sure he's one of them.
Yeah. Okay, that seems like That
I
seems
don't
like
know exactly which one it is, but I'm imagining if you go, nosing around what should be abandoned factories, you're probably going to come across something. And sadly, that's pretty much all the information I got. When someone goes into the job board to just pick up work, they don't tend to come directly to me instead. More people like yourselves that come to me, so I try and learn stuff. That's how it goes.
No, that was Sarah who released the lever. Oh, they put it on her wheelchair when she was subjected to,
Anything else I can help you with? Maybe you, madame? And she will, like, lean over into Thel and then just get... I I think she just gets like head pats and head rubs from Thel, who's like way fucking larger than this fairy, who is sat on the arm of her chair next to her. She would just do like the petting a cat thing, but it's obviously, you know, this fairy. She's totally okay with this arrangement, sipping whiskey.
Well, if that isn't the most adorable thing I've seen all day, then I don't know what is.
She just gives like she in fact, it looks like she's gonna give a response, but then like finds a good spot behind the ears and goes, ooh, yay. There you go. So that's the information that she's given you.
Has the fairy given a name?
She herself has not given a name, no.
Or any... Because I think we'd like to stay in contact with this particular fairy.
Okay, I mean, I'm cool handing out some details, but I'm just gonna say this right now. If you ever get involved directly with super dangerous people, and it's because I gave information, don't tell them I told you. I mean, I tell everyone that, so I mean, they'll probably figure it out anyway, but a little bit of safety.
Yeah, but then they will run out of the adorable info broker.
Yeah, great. Hey, pass me your phone, I'll put my number in.
Sandra hands her phone.
Cool, and now let's roll a random name for this bitch. Alright, we'll go with an actual, like, a self name, because they're always pretty cool.
Wow.
It's not gonna be as good as Chrysanthus Pentos.
No.
I mean, her name is pretty great. It's Hilafi Davaya.
Sounds vaguely Israeli.
Yeah, she just says call her Affi. A-F-F-I.
Happy.
Info broker fairy. I'm gonna write it down so I don't fucking forget.
I've got food to get.
Well, I'm gonna call her Daffy.
Daffy? Davy, as in D-A-V-A-Y. Davy?
Yep.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, no, crazy characters are fun. They make shit happen. Literally what you usually do, what you would usually bring a fairy to make happen. An incredibly paranoid crazy man doctor will also do that job. It just reminds me of Third's fairy, because she'll just say weird shit from time to time and be very cheerful about it. Like, I love people who do that with a character. I intend to do very much the same with one of mine, which is gonna be fun. Can't wait for that shit to happen. Yeah, okay. That's the information you've been given. Somewhere vaguely to the north where there are some abandoned factories, Jackson is there, or at least Jackson's crew is there, working in quote-unquote imports. But you would have to do some searching to actually locate it, because, again, she doesn't have a direct address, she just knows that he operates somewhere around there. So how do you intend to find that information out?
I would say I know a guy, but I really don't.
It's, don't try and know a guy. It turns out that whenever fucking Nix Lavalin knows a guy, then it's usually, I know a guy, and his butthole, and I didn't call.
Let me see. Factories, right?
Yep, you know that there are factories, and they should be abandoned, and they are to the north, but you know no other details.
Like warehouses.
Correct.
I wonder if Sandra might know a dwarf or two.
It's entirely possible Sandra knows a dwarf or, like, fucking dozens. It's hard to keep track of, like, the Ouroboros that is dwarf and drinking parties. Do you know any of those dwarves at the table over there?
She knows the entire Ouroboros at this point, I think.
I mean, yeah, she knows all of that train, but they were chilling out in Glendalough.
Yeah, so this is entirely different, but she has been around a few times. Well, passed around a few drinks a few times.
Oh, you haven't been passed around between dwarves.
No.
So split up and search the basement, Scooby. Zoinks!
I need a name generator. I
Hold up, I
don't
can
really
make
have
one.
one set up.
Just fantasynamegenerators.com. Usually works fine, and you can do it by like a race, generation, and game.
Yeah, fantasy name generators is a fantastic one.
It's so well broken up into like categories. It's so on.
Yeah, it's got like fantasy names, real names, places, descriptions. It's fantastic. It's got so much.
I haven't really explored it thoroughly. I should do, because there's apparently one that's build a family tree, and that might be useful for making like a fucking like a family of vampires or some shit, because you know they always have the world's stupidest family trees. This is the one where there's 4 generations of incest with the same father. I'm like, oh god damn it. Why are you so creepy?
Alright. Oh, let's. I'm gonna try the Dragon Age dwarf name generator.
Yeah, go for it.
Ooh. That is one hell of a name right there.
Okay.
What do you got?
Alright.
Gonafunka. Are you Gonafunka then? Alright. Okay.
Alright.
I'm gonna take a Gonafunka as a dude.
Yeah.
Alright then. Roll me a d4. You fucked Gonafunka, didn't call back then.
I might have punched him out while drinking.
Yeah,
Okay.
1 second.
Or shot at him. That's entirely possible.
Maybe. Yeah, no, you're not in great luck. I might have rolled my own d4 of fate in GMsville, just to see how bad it could possibly be. It's not great, yeah. You got in a fight with Gonafonka last time you were out drinking, and he was just sober enough to remember it. He has no information for you. Indeed, he also tells his buddies, like, nah, fuck this. If you know anything, then don't fucking tell her. And someone goes, but what if we want to? And it's not our fucking problem you got in a fight with her, you stupid bastard. And he goes, yeah, well, I owe you all a drink. And they all pause and go, alright, fine. Looks like you're not going to get anything out the dwarves.
Ah.
Not without help, at least. There's weird, cheery music in the background of Danny's thing again.
Alright. Nothing for the dwarves. Try.
Okay, so, Sandra's had no luck asking some dwarves if they know anything about weird abandoned factories full of people doing weird illegal shit. Does anyone else want to take a crack at this bitch?
Can I just ask a random patron in the bar whether or not they know anything about weird abandoned factories that have illegal stuff going?
Yeah, you can just try to gather information. In fact, it might even be a skill check in D20 skill sheets. Can't remember off the top of my head if gather information is in this. I know it's in a lot of them.
I do believe it is, but
If it is, I don't have it.
I don't have that as a skill.
Yep, check. An evening's time, a few gold pieces, buying drinks and making friends. A DC 10 gather information will give you city's major news. If you want to find specific information, it could be a DC of 15 to... I'm not going to say the number because that might give it away. Gather information is... Oh, a half-elf has a racial bonus on... Oh, no, you're not halfy.
Not half-elf.
Do you have any knowledge local? I imagine you don't because you haven't been here very long.
I do not know.
Okay. In which case it's going to be a roll charisma check.
Dice don't fail. God, what is that noise?
Oh, that might have been me drinking.
No, that's not. It's the sound in the background of Danny's thing because he got up from his computer and didn't mute himself again.
Oh.
Okay, with that information, you can't find anyone who knows specifically. We're gonna do the D4 of Fate. Okay, you can't find anyone who knows a specific location when you go asking around. But you do know a guy who did some, like, old... Like, you're pretty sure he did, like, city planning or some equally boring government thing. And so he points you at, a couple of factories they think would be big enough, or at least secluded enough, to get away with weird, shady shit. So he narrows it down to, like, 3... factories and 1 warehouse.
Thanks a bunch, love, and I buy him a drink.
Excellent. Yeah, he appreciates the drink. And take off like 2 d20 bucks. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're given. You're at least you've had your search narrowed down. Considering there are so many factories and warehouses, knowing it's a possible 3 factories and one of them is an attached warehouse probably helps. How many dwarves has Sandra fucked at this point? That's a good question. Sandra will have to type that one out and tell us. Probably like a handful. And she's always the top because Sandra's the fucking boss.
Yeah.
We all know Sandra's the fucking boss. She usually outdrinks them.
Winky face.
Winky face! That's probably immediately something that fairy should have said. God damn it. God damn it. Oh well. I missed the chance. I'm going to remember it forever now, though. That's going to come up at some point in the future. So, you've had that narrowed down. Does anyone else want to try... Yeah, does anyone want to try gathering information?
Sure, that's a straight.
It's a straight charisma check if you don't have it trained. If you have knowledge local, it is made +2. If you have... well, you're not a half-elf. You're
You
just...
make me charisma check.
Go for it. Try and be charismatic. Fucking hell.
Oh,
Dirk, god damn it.
God damn it, Duck. That's incredible.
love that macro so much too.
It is pretty good. Attempts to show some class. Okay. Coincidentally, Nick, you're rather surprised when Dirk goes up and starts asking around because the people he immediately goes to ask look a little bit shadier than the usual folk. Like, you would assume that this guy has been around the block when it comes to perhaps gangs or crims. And he's just like, looking for some fucking guys. They were trying to attack our girl and our boy over there, and he indicates the cute Jotuns. He's like, I kind of need to go deal with them. And there's someone who actually knows what you're talking about when you say the name Jackson. And he goes, oh, I know that asshole. He owes me a fucking... Oh, you know what? I'll tell you exactly where that bastard is. He doesn't look like he's in a good state when you're asking him because he's probably been drinking since the previous night. Because it's Ireland and everyone's a stereotype here. It's probably bedtime for this guy soon, you would assume. He goes, I know exactly the guy you're talking about. He owes me a fucking... He owes me stuff. I don't want to really say. Tell you what, there's a thing in a paper and the pencil. Probably pencil better than pen. I can erase pencil. Gimme. Anyone? Things to write on? And then he'll just put his hand up like quite a lot high and he'll be like, anyone? Things to write on? And someone will fetch like literally just a pen and a paper off of the job board that people usually use to write jobs and shit on it. And you're like, alright, great. Okay, cool. And he just leans over it, and then you just see him thinking for like 5 straight minutes. You know when someone stares at paper and they were like, what was I writing again? Alright, yeah, okay, cool. And then he puts down an address, and it's like, pretty sure it's that one. Postcode might not be correct, but I mean, if you look for the factory, you'll find it. Here you go. And I'll hand it over to you, Dirk.
I will immediately hand it to someone a lot more responsible, such as Sandra.
Pick me.
If Nix was there listening, then he's in closest range. He was doing gather information at the same time as you. Dirk is just taller and then reaches over Nix to hand it to Sandra. Just, oh, there you go.
I have to try and do the jumpy thing that short people do. Like, jump up, try and reach it, but he's too tall. I just can't quite get it.
Yep.
How tall is Nix again?
I am... little under 5 foot.
So short. So short to
Oh
Dirk.
wow, that is tiny.
So,
That's short
Yeah.
compared to like Sandra is only like I think 5'6" or 5'7".
that's pretty average.
Yep.
That's
above average.
that's why Nix buys ladies' clothes and they fit him real well. He's got that
Yeah,
ass.
Sandra.
No
Oh, I
denying
gotta
that.
find the page.
Okay, cool. So you've been given an address. Checking with Nix, who's been given a couple of locations. Fuckers, I was this close to the perfect buzz. The perfect buzz. God damn them. Okay. You can coincide it with the information that Nick's has already been given, and you believe that the factory that's written down there is the one that's got a warehouse attached to it. So there you go.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, Stray's got a point. The dildos are taking half of my body length.
With those fuckers in you, you are half cock. You don't want to go off half cocked. Unless you're Nick's Lavellen. The smut
That was
elf.
terrible.
This is true. It's very, very terrible. Okay then, great. So now you've been given a location. You did all very well gathering the necessary information.
Woohoo! I did something.
Yep. To fucking
Santa
Dirk.
Claus.
Dirk, as usual, is a goddamn savant.
Yes. Well, I mean,
Dirk,
we
what
are
factory location?
we are looking for illegal things, and Dirk it does have a criminal background.
Dirk is your boy, and also again, like Dirk has proven to be a savant at times when it's unlikely his skill checks would succeed.
It's true, almost every time.
Yeah.
I gotta try every random bullshit I can think of.
Yeah, it's like,
How's it work?
I'm not very stealthy. Whoa, shit! A spider just lowered itself down in front of my face. Hey, buddy, that's don't climb into my coffee mug. Like, it just lowered from the ceiling directly above me. What the fuck? How did you do that?
Well,
There's nothing above me but just my bare ceiling, no corners.
You need to burn
Spiders are
down the house.
that
I'm
incredible.
so sorry.
Oh no, I think
That
spiders are
sounds
adorable. This one,
adorable.
yeah, I don't know. I find spiders adorable. This one's one of those longy, leggy ones that aren't quite as adorable.
Oh.
He's standing still, and gotcha. Sorry, buddy. That's nature. You just lost. You lost to nature. Blame Darwin.
The daddy long leg spiders are the ones that creep me out the most.
This one wasn't full daddy long legs because those fuckers can fly. This one was just a very long-legged, small-body spider. It wasn't adorable, so I caught it with a tissue and killed it. Yep, that was it. Floated down in front of a person who's moving and talking. Fucking there you go. It got Darwin. That's just how it goes.
Aww.
If it were
It was also not cute.
Yeah, it's true. When summer hits, I get so many spiders in this location in my room, and it's great because also you get a lot of flies. And if you have a couple of spiders who you like having around and don't get in your fucking face, then they'll catch a bunch of flies for you. There were like 3 that I basically befriended, but none of them have showed up this season. I'm hoping they will later on because they were like, the big body, small leg ones instead. Obviously, the cutest spiders. I had one of them just like up in the corner of one room and one in the corner of another room. They were just dealing with the fly sitch. Oh well. Anyway, sorry, random distractions from Mother Nature there, and that was their own fault. You now have a location. What
now
you
do
want?
we get to split up and look for clues?
You technically did just in one room. You can go to the location and then decide what you want to do there. Let's bump you over to the perfect exterior.
It's actually pretty good.
I know, right? It's a smidge blur, but it'll do the job. Like, that skyline... In fact, I'm pretty sure this is meant to be like Wisconsin or something, but that skyline is like Winter Island. It's fucking perfect. Yes. If everyone is okay, I'm going to take a quick, minute's break. I need the loo and I need fresh drink because that's all used up. And everyone else probably wants to grab drinks and snack and bio, all that stuff. Back in a minute's time.
Yes.
Sounds good.
Thank you for everyone watching so far. Hope you're enjoying yourselves. We'll just put on some music while waiting. Because that's just a nice person thing to do.
I accidentally left the flash on.
I'm here.
I'm here.
Excellent. I can hear Mers typing. Yep, cool. Is that everybody? Oh, maybe
Still went
missing
to-
it, Danny.
Well, store-bought, that does actually look kind of delicious.
That does look pretty delicious. Now I want it. We'll remute the music because that would probably get quite distracting. If the stream wants the music on and it's not of an annoying level, then let me know. But whatever. So, you're given a location. By the time you're leaving the bar, I imagine it's like 11:30. You've had some food to make sure you can soak up the early morning drinking you've all managed to get done.
I feel I should mention, Nyx is a complete lightweight.
You're a lightweight?
When it comes to alcohol, just cannot handle it.
Oh, you're a cheap date, eh? Well, I mean, you have fuck all con checks, so that makes a lot of sense. Did you do any drinking then while you were there gathering information, or did you play it cool?
Yes, I did.
Alright, make me a fort save for drinking.
Alrighty.
You didn't think you'd be prepared for all this drinking you did, but it turns out that the bartender noticed pretty early that you were already getting under, and it was a bit too early in the fucking day for that for a not dwarf, and he makes you a decent brunch sandwich. And it does its job. Soaks up any booze. Did anyone put a drink in front of John to make him quiet? Would you like for someone to have put a drink in front of John to make him quiet? Because it's your choice. The fate has gone in your direction.
No.
Okay then, nope, you are stone cold sober. You're still fatigued. You did a lot of talky. Apparently about basically fuck all, because it was the rest of the party that did the appropriate gather information roles and talking to people. All you did was scare a guy who may or may not just be a casual eavesdropper.
Yeah, why did you have to scare off the tiefling? It was exotic.
Sorry, Will, are you saying that in character, or...?
Yes.
Tieflings are generally known to be pieces of shit anyway.
Dude, that's racist as fuck.
That's not the point.
You're an orc. You're supposed to be a complete cunt to everyone and just murder people. But you're an adorable Pokemon playing orc.
Yes.
Way to be not a bro there.
I'm sorry, but you know, it's just generally their shtick. The tieflings are supposed to be racist against.
It's true, orcs are supposed to think tieflings are real fuckheads.
Yeah, I'm being in character here. Come on. This is coming from a guy that loves tieflings, so I gotta play the role right.
It's true. Dirk is great.
Is that true, Dirk? Are they actually dicks? I just decided. I thought we didn't really want anyone listening in.
Yeah, total jerks.
Wait,
See?
wasn't
Trust him. He's an orc. He knows these things.
wasn't a tiefling also the one that sexually molested you, Doctor?
I don't remember his face. I blew it to pieces.
Well, good.
I can't remember. Was that a tiefling? It might have just been a vampire. No, it was a tiefling.
That was a
That was a
tiefling.
tiefling.
Yeah.
It's a tiefling.
Yeah, I mean you're 2-0 on dickhead tiefling. I can't wait for like a nice tiefling to be involved and everyone just being like, "Fuck this guy, am I right?" Don't worry, I'll make.
Ashley, she's trying to be nice, but she probably won't.
Yeah, it might. Well, 1 second. Let's just see here. It's like, I'll put in a tiefling art, and you'll be like, "I'm sure we can trust this one because she's hot as shit."
tieflings, when rolling the character, they automatically have a -2.
I trust that.
Yeah.
No, no. Too
It's like,
large
I
a
thought I want
choker.
that. Is that
Don't trust.
actually a token?
Huh?
Ah,
Sorry?
what's wrong with chokers? I love
It's like, I
chokers.
thought I
I'm
want that. Is
wearing
actually a
one.
token?
Oh, actually,
There's
technically, I'm
nothing-
wearing a dog collar. Oh, okay, no. Here you
There is
go.
absolutely nothing
Trustworthy
wrong with
tiefling.
them. I have one right next to me that I could be wearing.
Oh,
if
yeah.
the temperature
Oh, yeah.
wasn't
I-
so
I
high.
would trust that.
It's just, ones that are like more than 3 inches high. That's.
It just
that-
means they're
that's
trying to
sort of
hide
thing
the
you
Adam's
only wear
apple.
if you're in a villain costume.
It just means you're hiding an Adam's
Or you're
apple,
into
you weirdo.
BDSM. Different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
You can have a 0.75-inch one for that. That's the fucking purpose of mine.
Suddenly gets too real indeed. The vampiric train is absolutely a dire grope. That's how it works.
Yes.
Okay, great. So, you arrive at the limits of a factory. This is the view that treats you up ahead. I would say that you aren't immediately stood on these grasses. What you want to do?
Does it seem to be busy?
Doesn't seem to be. You'll have to make some checks.
All right.
Don't mess with me, lady. I've been drinking with skeletons. That's totally your future at some point.
Yes.
You rolled a 1d20 spot check. You nat 20 to spot?
Yeah.
Holy
Whoa.
shit.
Well, that is good news, because you know who else nat d20 to fucking spot?
Who?
Someone who you noticed quite quickly. Let's just do the necessary readjusting
Is he
lines.
giant and blue?
No. If only. Like, you were seen approaching pretty fucking immediately. And even the sneakiest person watching you, you spot them. There are a bunch of guys, like, peering out of some very, very murky looking windows. Like, you know when you see a silhouette and it could have just been a breeze moving some curtains? It is a dude, and he's an asshole. You suspect he's some kind of asshole because you're pretty sure you made out the shape of some kind of weapon. And the glinting teeth. And if someone's teeth can glint through like a murky window, they're probably giving you like the Cheshire Cat grin.
Oh god. Oh no. Wait, we're here to kill people, right?
Yes, you are. You're presumably all loaded for bear and ready to fucking partay.
Okay, yeah. So that means I actually have a rifle this time.
Glad to hear it.
Yes. Which one? Which one is the question?
It's a good question right there.
Yeah. Pardon me while I actually look up the difference between the two. If there's not, I'll just roll for it.
Okay.
So we've all been spotted.
You have reasons to believe that you've been spotted. So you have to grab the appropriate tokens, and a lot of them are just waifus. And I'm like, I don't really want to attack you with waifus. That's not how this goes.
I'm not being attacked by waifus.
That one all. Ah, there we go.
Can't say anything to anybody these days. Unless they have dimples, they're going to come out horribly deformed.
Unless who has dimples?
I'm pretty sure he just forgot to mute himself.
Again.
Every
My brother
time.
talking. He's being picked up by my mic. Is there anything more diabolical?
Oh, this is.
You totally need push to talk, dude.
I know. I'm sorry.
Okay, let's have a look.
Up a sucker. Alright. 5.
Look at you, mysterious human. Okay, so yes, you spot
Apparently I
4 mysterious silhouettes just in the windows to the side. I'm gonna pull up the turn order. I'm gonna scrape a couple of people off it and keep you guys in. Dex tokens. Add turn. Why is this token not named? Named. Levelin. Controlled by.
I get a name.
Names. Save. There we go. Let's just move that one that's named and titled and shit into the start menu. So that doesn't happen multiple times. There we go. So now you can do things like roll up your initiative.
Fantastic.
Sorry, is that just Nix that needs to do that, or have a lot of us?
If I remember rightly, the gun you've got is an FN FAL, Sandra.
I also bought a M14.
Oh, you also bought an M14. Oh yeah, fuck, I forgot.
Yeah.
So you've
yeah.
got a stolen FAL and you've got an M14. You're right.
Yeah.
Why did I put in his action? 1 second. Smut off. Save changes. There you go. Sorry. My bad.
Damn it.
My bad.
Alright, well, I'm gonna roll initiative.
Yep. That sounds like a good idea.
Poor
10.
Save me
Dirk,
from the
you're
thing
gonna
I've
get it,
become.
Tony.
And Dirk.
ABC.
Wow. Wow.
God damn it. Alright, well, it's clear that Merzendi has stolen all of my luck.
He's fucking robbed you. How did that happen? Poor Dirk.
That natural fucking one.
Okay then, so, there were figures in the window and you spotted them. Okay, so, there were figures and you spotted them and they've moved away from the windows. Although I've made you roll initiative, it's so that we're going to be able to keep track of what happens after you all have a moment to act and prepare. What do you do to prepare yourselves for what you suspect is about to be a fight?
Is there anything we can use as cover?
Alright, we're going to draw you up a quick little map, because that's always a fun thing to do. So, we'll go with polygon lines, green. Alright, so you are at the end of a pathway. Around here. There is a number of, like, rocks and stones, possibly to work as half cover. Over here is some collapsed, like, rubble and shit. Getting over it is actually a move action to just cross it because you'll have to, like, essentially do the barrier jump. It is half cover if you take an action. It's full cover if you spend your action hiding behind it.
Alright.
This area here is, like, broken rocks and, like, bricks that have come away from the wall. It is difficult terrain for you to pass through. I will do some more outlines. Okay, so
Alright.
all of this is the area up ahead. There's like a courtyard clearing at the end of these broken walls and shitty grass. And to the sides of you, this is building, and there's building up here, and building up here. The figures that you saw are up in this building. We are going to consider each of these squares to actually be 10 feet as opposed to 5.
Alright.
Alright.
I can probably change it.
Yeah, if you, like, set each grid
There you go.
square to be 0.5 units, then, like...
I've changed just one unit to
Sure.
be 10.
Okay, yeah, that works. It just means we are... Our tokens are 10 foot wide now, but...
Oh, right, yeah, shit. Okay, 1 second. I'll do that. I'll do it your way, the smart way.
You do have to do it that way as well. If you do it just one way, it gets really weird.
Ooh.
Oh,
No, I'll keep. Oh wait, that's 0.05 units. Okay, all right, we're good. We're good now.
Yeah. So
Tiny Sandra
Tinies, you're all tiny.
and Tiny Dirk.
There you go.
No. I'm already
You now
small enough
have more
to
map to
fight
work
it.
in. It's kind of expanded the cover, but whatever. I mean, it technically expanded the cover by being 10 feet, so it doesn't matter much.
have you like kept each unit as being 10 feet, or have you switched each unit back to 5 feet?
It has been swapped back to 5 feet, or so should
It
have.
needs to be 10 feet.
It still needs to be 10? Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, yes, so it does. Okay, great. Okay, cool.
because each of these squares is actually a quarter of the size, so you
Right.
need to actually work out the maths so it works out as a quarter of the size. It's
Okay.
kind of irritatingly complicated.
Mildly jank, but it's alright. So, you have a moment to prepare yourselves. There is difficult terrain directly ahead of you. There is a collapsed chimney that is, when I say chimney, I don't mean like chimney on a house, but I mean, factory chimney. It is a large chunk. You could vault it. It would be your whole move action because vaulting it is not easy. It's half cover to shoot over it. It is full cover to hide behind it. Again, the area up ahead has been mostly cleared out. It looks like it was an old courtyard. I mean, there's like, the typical broken bottles and it's kind of shitty quality. Bad dudes were spotted here through some murky windows. The buildings to your sides are accessible. There are a lot of broken windows that technically Sandra saw through a broken window and out to other people moving in another building. These buildings are 1 story tall, the ones on your left and right. The other buildings are 2 to 3 stories tall in like segments. So, you got a moment.
Oh.
In that case, to prep.
So I'm thinking, if is there any way to get inside these buildings, like through some of these broken windows?
Yeah, he said they're accessible.
Yes, they are accessible through the windows. I will have to draw some interiors for those, but that is perfectly doable. I will say that you can't see, like, it's not easy to see into the main building itself, but, not impossible. You saw through it, essentially. But otherwise, that's what you got.
Yeah,
going for you.
it like the guy was just leaning out with the smoke, didn't expect him. Oh shit!
Yeah, that's correct. Okay, cool. And there we go. I will start drawing some building interior if you prefer it. Consider everything that is filled in to be either just a wall or really a son of a bitch to get through. So there. Oh, wait, I've done that in the GM layer. That would be very silly. Don't want to do it in the objects layer. Well, there we go, the map. I did all of those lines in the objects layer, really? Fucking hell. Alright, objects it is. You're all staying. These buildings are objects. That makes sense, I suppose.
Yeah.
But that's impassable. That is impassable. There is machinery up here that makes that impassable. It looks like the buildings connect back there. That is impassable. And it mirrors over here. Doo-doo-doo. For the most part. There we go. My on-the-fly map construction. This is how I fucking improv the shit out of a game. I prepared these factory backgrounds because, like, the bad guys need a base of operations. Besides that, there's been no fucking planning. So, those are the layouts you know at a glance by what you can see is obstructed, but you can't tell if there are people inside them because, spot checks and shit are necessary.
Yeah.
I mean, you know that there is stuff because there's turn orders, and there are... In fact, I don't even know if they show up in the turn order because I created them in the GM layer like a not idiot, so you can't tell who's there until it's fucking time. Can you see anyone besides yourselves in the turn order?
No.
No.
It works! Oh my god.
Can't even see half the party in the turn order, though.
You can't see Sandra, Jonathan, Dirk, or Smart Elf?
No, can see Jonathan and Smart Elf, but nobody else.
I can only see Jonathan and Smut Elf.
Weird.
And that's like what I'm talking with Winter and Skype about, like trying to.
You know
show
what? I
how
bet they're
to,
the old.
actually-
I bet they're the old icons for Dirk and Sandra from like the last time they were used in things. All right, what were your
Yeah,
initiatives again? 4 and what was Sandra's? I've missed it. 10? 10.
10. Yeah.
There you go. Are you on it? If I
There we go.
drag you up to the top.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I grabbed the Sandra and Dirk from like the old nightclub battle, so it was using you in another entire scene. My bad. Oh, your initiative is shit. That was incredibly good by you.
I rolled
I'm
that
not.
natural one.
I'm counting on my.
Roll the 3.
I'm talking about people who you can't see yet.
Ah, all right.
Okay, reasonable.
Still, though,
Okay,
that
cool.
makes me so salty.
Yours is not the worst. I mean, technically Dirk's is the worst because you got a 4.
But I rolled a natural 1. I have a +4 to my initiative.
Yeah, you rolled a natural 1, but you still fucking got ahead of Dirk. So I mean, good job.
I'm sorry, Dirk.
Excellent. Okay,
It's fine.
so as I said before, we got mildly sidetracked, and I needed to build a map anyway. So probably a good thing we got sidetracked. What you do to prepare?
In that case, I am going to take some cover in this building to the right.
gonna
You'll
put
have
his,
to you'll have to count it out as you go because getting into the building. I mean, like there's smashed holes and windows and stuff. So I'll say you can pick.
Oh, in
you
that
can
case,
you can
alright.
you can pick to enter through like any of these empty holes in the wall, but I will tell you if it would be complicated or not. So you can't just immediately jump to like all the way here in a building because that would be hard.
Alright. Alright, so each square is 5 feet. Alright.
Correct.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, cool. You climb in through a broken window and you don't see anything. You've got a wall to your back. Technically, there is no cover ahead of you, but the walls to your side can be used as half cover when you're looking out of them.
Alright.
All right. How does everyone else prepare? All right. Dirk has got his armor and brass knuckles on in that order. That's fine. Sandra, how'd you prepare? I think you're already geared and ready to go, so you can pick an action.
Yeah. Okay. Well, she's got. Well, she's already wearing her armor and definitely has her rifle ready. So she's just gonna jump right into a building.
Okay, excellent. Pick a spot to land up in. All right, no problem. And let's have a look here. Make a spot check for me, by the way, Sandra.
All right. Oh, 15.
Okay. All right, how do you prepare, Dr. Hunter?
I mean, Sandra's the one that has military training. Let's do roughly what she's doing.
Excellent.
But also don't want to be really close to her in case of grenades.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right, and it was like just a regular move to hop in through the windows, right?
Yes, because there's nothing complicated there. It's just like jump a window. It's not as tall as like you. I mean, you can see how high those windows are on your screen there. That's like it's leapable for you guys with little to no challenge.
And I did count that out. That was 30 feet. So
Okay. Make a spot check for me, Maz.
okay, nada.
I mean, you don't see anything. Excellent. Alright, and that is everyone's turns. And now we find out how the turn order is going for you. There's going to be some good news and there's going to be some bad news.
Eyes don't fail me.
XCOM.
No.
Oh, damn.
Oh god damn it! Fuck! Ah!
What?
So look to your left.
I mean, you guys look around and you don't see anything. But that's because it drops down from the ceiling next to you.
You got the idea for this from just a few seconds ago, didn't you? From your spider friend?
You know what, I wish I said I had it. I just knew that I wanted to put a dried up against you guys at some point.
Mm.
Let's zoom in and show the stream Drider properly. Let's select it and enlarge it so everyone can see how it looks. It's fucking... That is not a pretty bastard.
Oh god. Kill it with fire.
Alright, great. And it's its turn, because coincidentally it rolled the highest initiative. You weren't going to beat its stealth check, it was a 30. it was a Drider in the ceiling. There was no beating that. Okay.
What if we'd specifically said we looked up?
No. Well, I mean, you could say you specifically looked up, and then I probably would give it to you if you crit. Yeah, you're right, it's no Quailag. It's because I don't want to give them my beautiful spider waifu to murder. I put them up against enough waifus already. Make me sad. Okay, and on its attack, let's quickly pull up its stat block, which I didn't have in place. Luckily, I have a thing that literally fucking just generates creatures. What level are you guys now, even?
4.
4.
Sweet. La 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 la. Boo doo doo boo doo boo. Boo boo boo. Ba ba da. No, we don't want to fight. We don't want to fight 17 dogs. That's... Okay, great. Okay, this one's got stats now. You'd prefer 17 dogs. Actually, I think 17 dogs would butcher you way harder. Because they would all get flanking bonuses, and they would be in the place where one Drider is.
Yeah.
I love how much faith I have. Yeah, it's true.
Thank goodness I took greater fortitude.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I wish you were standing nearer to it.
Okay, and yes, its first target is going to be the good doctor. Remind me, what's your AC?
Highest.
Is this Flatfoot, Scout?
You're technically prepared, although you didn't see it coming. You've had a turn before the initiative, so you are not flat-footed. It's just your AC.
Okay.
It did not sneak attack you. It dropped down. I was being nice. Otherwise, it could just one-shot you. That would be not cool.
Scout, yeah, it will anyway. I have AC 18. Unfortunately, I have a rank of fatigue. I don't have my 19 AC anymore.
18's still pretty nice.
18's pretty decent. It comes at you with a number of its stabby, nasty claws, and you avoid the skittering beast of 1,000 nopes. Alright, Hunter. The skittering beast of 1,000 nopes just dumped out from the ceiling. It's the size of a fucking mini car, and it's trying to kill you with this giant claw thing. What do?
So, Driders count as quadrupeds, right? To non-bipeds. So a large Drider doesn't have the guarantee of having reach, but a large humanoid does.
I
mean, I'm not really expecting you to answer this. This is just me.
I'm not gonna tell you its mechanics. I'm afraid. You can try and metagame it, but tell you what, if you give me some kind of spot or knowledge check, yes, you could not attack, but you could learn things about it.
Check. Yeah.
Well, sorry, no, not spot. You could do a knowledge check and see if you can learn all you can about Driders, or recall all you can about Driders, but it would be a standard action. If you had a heroic surge, you could attack afterwards, but no.
Let's just get killed because it probably has reach anyway. Let's 5-foot step and shoot it once because that's all I can do.
Okay. Let's have a look here. Oh, it does have reach. I'm sorry. I actually had to double check. It does.
Oh.
That probably hits you.
Yes, that is more than the 18 that I said I had, so...
Say, how many hit points do you have?
10.
Yeah.
Am I dead yet?
No. But that probably sucked.
Back the fuck up right now.
I mean, you still get your attack off.
Yeah, let's see if I can actually roll dice. Okay, so...
You did steal all of my luck, so you better roll damn well.
That's now just a +2 to hit. So d20 +2.
Ugly as fuck all AC.
It has more than 4.
Jesus! Alright. And now there's
I'll just
another
finish
thing's turn.
prepping one of John's siblings.
Alright. So a section of wall back here. Half of it is window, but some of it is wall. You hear it more than see it because it's quite hard to pick up. I think only Dirk and maybe Nix can spot it happening from where they are. Smash! Nix, you hear something else. Smash! Crumbling bricks and walls falling away.
Fuck.
Uh-oh, that guy looks like he praises the sun.
And then another crunching, tearing noise. The wall. Let's have a look here. Can you break through?
Oh yeah, 2010 puts this at a year before Dark Souls, wasn't it?
Yeah, a year before Dark Souls. You don't know that these guys are IP, so you're okay. You shouldn't have taught the boss when you thought he wasn't listening. That's exactly correct. It tries to bust through the wall and utterly fails. Sandra, you're up. Mers just got struck real hard. Dr. Hunter has just taken like a clawed, like, foot fucking thing through the gut. It sucked terribly for him. You have reasons to believe that you have reasons to believe that this doctor has been rolling his hit points, knowing that his hits are dog shit.
All right. Perhaps he should stop that and shoot someone. Shoot something that's actually a danger to him.
Correct.
Also, Sandra might be screaming, "Dirk! Distress!"
Is that the Dirk alarm?
When I get there.
Alright, you hit it. It doesn't appreciate it.
Oh wait, that's for my pistol.
Oh, okay. I mean, the attack roll I'm gonna let stand, presumably.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
I mean, indeed, are you firing your rifle on burst or full auto or whatever the fuck?
I don't think the M14 had it on burst. Had a burst option when I bought it.
Time to save the day.
Let's have a look here. For SRD, equipment, weapons, ranged weapons, long arms, M14.
Fate 72.
I have like the SRD open because I'm too lazy to open. I just don't trust me opening fucking PDFs while I'm also streaming because it kills everything pretty much every time.
Okay.
S-A. Wait, no, M14 is S-3. So you could burst.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the M14 that says it's got a burst selector. And since it's a burst selector, you don't even need the fucking feet, just like the FAL, I suppose. The M14 and FAL are apparently relatively close.
Yeah, very similar. Trying to...
Yeah, why would Dirk do anything else? And indeed, do you have the room to bull rush, though? Actually, you probably want to do a charge attack as opposed to a bull rush, because a bull rush incurs attacks of opportunity and attempts to push stuff a number of spaces. That would be a terrible idea against something with reach. You're already going to incur attack of opportunity charging it.
What's the minus for burst fire?
You don't have...
like...
it's... I can't remember.
I don't have the... I don't have the...
I think it's a -2, and it gives you 1 extra damage die. Just give me a second to check it.
Why haven't I made a fucking combat sheet? I should really have done that by now.
Probably, but hey.
We'll probably.
Yeah. No. It is a -4 penalty on the attack roll, +2 dice of damage.
Well, let's see here. 21, drop 4. Yeah, you still hit. So roll your damage.
Okay. So instead of 2d10, it's...
4d10.
4d10.
4d10,
Oh,
and then
that's
also
beautiful.
+1 to all the. In fact, it's +1. In fact, +2, I guess, if you're adding extra dice on, because you're in. You've got your point blank bonus.
I do. Yeah.
Cool.
That is beautiful.
Right, it
You
is
better
going to.
one-shot him.
I will add that it's also going to take a swing at you because you're shooting it well within its reach.
Does
Yeah.
it have combat reflexes? Of course
Actually,
it does.
it does. I don't think it does, which is good news because it turns out I just rolled a crit. It doesn't have combat reflexes. It doesn't get a second attack opportunity.
Oh,
I was useful, guys.
1 sec. I want to see how much damage it would have done to you anyway. 10. That would have sucked. Also, I think
Hey.
that since its special attack type is slam, if it critted you, it would have had a special effect on it.
Oh no.
Hunter's got like
It would.
70 hit points.
I think if it
Oh.
crits and it's got a slamming type attack, it just knocks you on your ass. So it would have fucked up your shot.
Oh, it would have.
So
yeah.
lucky you.
All right. 4d10. Is there any other bonus I get to damage?
You
I'm trying
get
to think of
your
it.
if it's a gun in this game, I believe it's dex to damage, and also you have your point
No,
blank
you-
bonus.
You
No, it's
do
dex
not
Oh, it's
to
dex to
get
dex to
damage.
attack. Sorry, no, it's the gun base, but you also have your point blank bonus.
Yes, you got +2.
Okay.
I think 4d10 +2 is nothing to fucking shake a stick at.
Yeah, really, like...
That hurts it a lot. It looks suddenly very, very wobbly when it is just painted in like a bunch of bullets in the ribcage. Like
Scout.
Icarus blood pours out of its chest.
Does it need to make a save versus massive damage? Is,
I
is
don't.
that
I
greater than its con?
Do you want to?
I
add
mean,
it back?
it is greater than its con, but also it is a large type monster and doesn't suffer
Okay.
massive damage debuffs.
Okay.
Basically, it can't be.
For
It can't be.
reasons I haven't read through the DM section with large creatures notes in. So.
It's more like a lot of these are made up on the fly anyway. If anyone is an actual rules lawyer in the chat and think that I'm being wrong, in a lot of cases I'm not. I'm just making up as I go along. Woo! In this case, it's massive. It's on 8 legs. It doesn't stagger because it can't stagger. It physically can't. It has a terrible time though, and you suspect that it is not going to attack Dr. Jonathan Hunter. Alright, let's see here. Oh, what is this asshole even gonna do? What is his specialty? Oh, cute. Okay. This guy doesn't even have guns. He will hop through a window. Again, actually, none of you can technically see him. There's some guy moving around, you guys. Hey,
There's a guy
Nix.
somewhere.
There are walls being smashed in certain places. You heard a wall getting smashed in over there, across the building. But since this wall, like, right in front of you hasn't been caved in, you have reason to believe it's not your wall yet.
Yeah, same here.
There's buildings being smashed in this direction. There's something in the courtyard that you can see. And then a peek back through the wall shows that there is currently some stranger danger going on over in this corner. What do?
Alright, in that case... 1, 2... Alright. Well, I suppose I better help out the good doctor here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, what's my range at? 50 feet. Gun range is 30, so I'm in a 1... Since I'm not going another full range over, I'm only getting 1 penalty for range, right? If I have a range of 30 and I'm shooting 50?
Correct. You don't go 2 increments up.
Alright. In that case, I think it is time for me to take a shot at the ugly spider.
Roll high.
Although, now I made sure to get the
Combat.
precise shot.
Yes, I was going to
precise
say,
shot feat.
can you actually shoot into group? Thank fuck.
No more melee bullshit.
Good stuff.
Alright. In that case... So 1 range increment is a minus 2 on attack?
I believe so.
Alright.
You think the SRD would be like, here's how you shoot people? No, that would be nice. No, I guess not. Whatever.
Would be nice. Alright, so...
Wait, there's an actual SRD?
Yeah, there is. It's, I believe, called spellbooksoftware.com. Slash a
Fucking
d20 MSRD.
Does it have less than 13 AR?
It's a large type creature, and it's yeah, you actually hit it. You hit it with
Oh,
13, just barely.
fantastic. Well, in that case, then I better roll my.
You were so close. It hates being shot, but it is still up.
Did it have 5?
I can neither confirm nor deny how close you were to fucking killing that thing.
God fucking damn it. Wait a minute. Burning a action point is adding another die on to the damage. It doesn't help with rerolls, but you can add more damage with it, right?
You can't reroll with it. You can add to an attack roll. 1 second. It's a deliberate choice for no HP bars, mostly because I randomly roll each creature as I go. Although I had HP bars before, I've actually decided I kind of prefer it for this system since a lot of it is invented.
No.
And yes, you're correct. That's the d20 SRD.
Okay.
It's a pretty good SRD, all things considered. It actually has things like the rules for like combat and shit, and a decent amount of urban arcana info. So you know, enjoy, go cray.
Yay.
Fair enough.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, let's have a look here. I needed to check that was the right hero rules.
It's like,
D20 hero points.
It's action points, Scal.
They're called hero points in this. Awarding hero point. He's talking about using a hero point to do a thing, and they are totally called that.
In D20 Modern, they're called action points. So,
Curious, I looked it up. Oh wait, it just brought me the fucking Pathfinder one instead.
yes.
Ah, yes, you're correct. Sorry, it brought up the fucking Pathfinder one like a goddamn stupid piece of stupid.
it cannot be used to increase damage. It's
Damn.
adding
Skill
1d6.
check, ability, or saving throw.
Alright, fair enough.
Oh, that's a shame.
It's all up to you, Dirk.
Yep.
Only
Can
Sorry.
either of you two in the building make me a listen check? Or both of you, I suppose, you can make a listen check.
Yes.
Oh, well, I mean, Sandra can make a listen check.
Alright, apparently so. You heard like a door with like a push bar slam against a wall on the inside. You suspect that someone else is inside the building. You guys could see it on the map, but, you know, whatever. I didn't have time to set up things like vision ranges and that shit, especially since it would be very hassle in this makeshift setting. You have reason to believe that there is a guy stood roughly there. You heard him slam open a door and walk there, even while you're fighting a Drider, so good job. Dirk, someone's screaming, "Help! Dirk alarm!" Essentially. The Dirk alarm is going.
Have you seen the character select for King's Quest?
I have not.
I have not.
Oh, they're great. The
yeah.
newest one.
Dirk is going to charge at the Drider there. How does that work again?
Pardon me, sorry?
Dirk is going to charge at the Drider. How does that work again?
You get a +2 to your attack roll. You can move to get inside the building, and then move to charge, and you have to charge a minimum of 15 feet, which you will be able to do to hit it from a diagonal. So you can move into the building, charge it, and hit it +2. -2 AC.
Okay. You gonna...
Make your attack roll.
Can Dirk actually go there? Doesn't he
And
go
He can
here?
move. He can move through an allied spot.
Okay, I thought you specifically couldn't on the charge, but fair enough.
You can't move through enemies on a charge. Or around things. As long as it's a straight line, it doesn't matter if it's an ally or not. Yeah, 18 hits. Go right ahead and roll your damage. Okay, you kill it. I take it you're swinging your sword around like a real bro, or are you punching?
I'm punching.
You're punching like a Superman. All right, you fucking. In fact, I would like to say Superman. You fucking give it a flying Superman punch right in its dried chin, and this motherfucker goes down, jaw cracking under your massive dirk fists. It just crumples into a piece of shit on the floor in front of you.
I love that my charge has a +10 to it.
Yeah, fucking a +10 attack is amazing. You're very easy to hit right now, but that means nothing when you kill them. Death is the strongest CC.
I fucking hate supports who say that.
I know, well, yeah, no. Supports who say that in, like, MOBAs, like Dota and shit, can go fuck themselves a billion times over.
Yeah.
Stun
Yeah,
is
exactly.
Stun and silence are the best CC. Alright.
Well, you're. I just read the chat. That's great, Scout. That you're writing the gargoyle.
Yes, I am writing gargoyles. Alright, and it would have been the Dreader's turn right after that. And it's dead. Dr. Jonathan Hunter. Currently there's nothing trying to hit you, and Dirk just Superman punched a Drider to death.
He stole my goddamn kill is what he did.
I also have 2 hit points.
Do you want to tree injury? I don't know. Or cry. Do you want to cry in a corner, bitch?
I mean, out of character slightly. In character, yeah, let's my footstep slightly away from people and then treat injury. Yay.
Hey, well done. That's 4 more hit points.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, morphine. Precious morphine. Okay. Hey, now that Nyx has moved out to, like, the open, you can see, let's see here. How far can this thing fly?
Fuck me.
You're okay, I
God.
think. Wait. You're still okay, even if it's moving and trying to do a charge. You're alright. It does, however, fly down and stomps heavily into the ground. It is covered in stone plating. It's like got cracks. It's like got webbings of cracks and shit in it, and you can see magic runes and sigils have been sort of imprinted into this thing's stone body. It makes a roaring motion at you now that it's almost close enough to hit you, but it wasn't quite quick enough. But the roar is entirely silent. Like, you can tell that this thing's probably roaring at you, but there's no sound that comes out, except for the sounds of, like, stone scraping against stone, which isn't pleasant. It's very high-pitched, because stone is meant to not move against itself like that. Like a joint.
That's intimidating.
Yep. And then you just see this fucking thing stomping into view in the far back corner. And, let's see here. Hey, guys, you hear crunching and smashing as something breaks through a brick wall on the other side of the factory over there.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah! And it can't fly. It will move up slowly, because it moves very slowly when it's not flying. Sandra, there's a crunching, munching extravaganza. There are 2 walls between you and whatever made that fucking sound. You know that there is not much space here, so if there's anything large enough to fucking pound through walls, then it's probably got at least 1 more wall to go. But you also know there is someone else in the building. From where you are, you have reasons to believe a giant gargoyle is charging at your elf companion.
Oh no.
Your smart elf is looking at an impalement that he didn't sign up for.
Just turn around and make it look you stare in your brown eye.
Yeah, but sharp things don't go up there. Sharp is not
is
what
also
you want.
true.
Yeah, I look at square in the eye. Roll intimidate.
If I didn't know that I would get killed in 1 hit, then I actually would be tempted to do that. Moon the fucking gargoyle and try for intimidate.
You keep suggesting Molotovs. I recommend a cheeky Nando's.
D20. What's my BAB 3? +2, so that's +1. Let's see if this hits. Ah,
I mean, it is a big ass gargoyle.
yeah, but that's also a 10.
10 isn't enough.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Damn it.
Yeah, no,
I'm pretty sure even if I had all the rest of them, it probably wouldn't hit either.
Let's check.
Oh, it would be 11, but still.
It would be 11. No, it's not going to hit it. It's a large creature, so your fucking game knowledge tells you that an AC is lower on a creature that's large. But also this creature is made of stone and metal, and your shots sort of like crack off of pointless portions of its wings. I mean, it looks like it shouldn't be able to fly. It's made of goddamn stone, but it definitely flew over here and landed in front of the elf. Your shot against its wings seems rather negligible cracks and webbing in it. Let's look here. This guy. Going to move into the building. Good for him. Smart elf, you're up. There's a fucking gargoyle and you're greasy.
There indeed is. Alright, well, let's bail the fuck out of here. 1, 2, 3.
You can, just in case you don't know the system, you can do a standard action then move if you want to do that in that order, as opposed to get the fuck out and then have a less chance of a hitting. Just in case you don't know
In
that
that case.
Yeah.
In that case, I will. Alright, I'm gonna try and...
Like,
I'm gonna try and shoot
regardless
big
of the
stone
order
thing.
you do it in, you always have move, minor, standard, and freeze in this game.
Alright. In that case, let's try and shoot the big stone thing.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright. Now for damage.
Ooh, he hates that. Do you have point blank shot or anything? I imagine you do, since you've got precise shot, right?
Yes.
Then that's also another +1 on top of that. Hooray. You deal 9 damage. He hates it.
I'm assuming there's no, like, visible, like... Oh, well, clearly that did, like, 5/8 of its health, right?
No, that's why I said I've taken away health bars in this, because I prefer this game's error of mystery. I do health bars in Pathfinder, for the simple sake of the fact that, let's face it, everyone has enough meta knowledge that they're usually okay. In this one though, since I'm literally making up monster stats the moment you encounter them, as long as I'm picking them within a rate and like a level boundary, I don't have bars up. I don't want you to know.
Fair enough.
So,
now it's time to get the fuck out of here.
You hit it and like the bullet fucking digs into its shoulder. You can see that some of its plating cracks, and stone isn't really meant to be hit by bullets. It definitely deals some damage to it. So it's not like you shoot it like, the bullets do nothing! You can tell there was some damage.
Alright, good enough.
Alright, let's see here. You can do it. Okay. This guy will move here and around the corner. What's his kit? Oh, I bet he's going to be shit at it. We'll see. Okay. It's not going to land exactly where he wanted. Hey, Dirk. Next to you, a grenade lands. Like, right down there. It's not a grenade like a frag grenade, per se. It looks tubular, indeed. And you look at it for a moment and think, am I about to get exploded? Instead, there's... gas and smoke start pouring out that motherfucker.
Damn it, smoke bomb.
Make a fortitude check, please.
Ooh, I'm good at those.
Yeah, you're probably not going to be too badly off. It's like a yellowish smoke. Like you were expecting an explosion, and then when it doesn't happen, you go, which is the exact wrong thing to do. You are now gagging and choking. You're currently blinded, and you have. Oh, no, you're not blinded. Sorry, you have -4 to all of your attack actions because you can't see. No, it's not in range of John and Sandra. The cloud is currently covering up just Dirk. You figure it's going to expand by the next round of his turn. you know, like in game time. You've got time before the cloud expands to envelop you guys too. But Dirk is now coughing, hacking, and wheezing inside of it. He doesn't know where an enemy is, and he's going to have trouble hitting anything. Dirk, you're up. That was awful. This yellowish, nasty smoke just fucking got all up on your goddamn business, and you breathed it in, and you can't
Punch
see.
the shit out of the guy with the
Punch
yellow
the smoke! Punch the smoke!
How far will the smoke expand next turn?
It's 5 feet in every direction, but also you're going to need to make a check to go in the right direction, because when you're blind, it's hard to do that.
I'm gonna try to move.
Wait a minute. Try and move in the wrong direction so that when you fail, it'll send you the right way.
I don't have to roll scatter dice for Dirk when he's trying to go forwards.
I'm gonna move right here where my arrow is.
Alright, roll me
try to-
D2. Hope for a 2.
Oh.
Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, roll me a D5.
Do I hear our future
1, 2,
president?
3, 4. Okay. You come out here with the smoke.
I mean,
Oh great! I'm
it's
gonna
not horrible. You can charge the asshole.
Is he in 15? Yes, he is. You could charge the asshole if you wanted. You actually have a movement. You have negatives because you've got, like, fucking tears streaming down your face. It's hard to see. But you could charge
Dirk
it.
is just
Still a plus
bawling.
six.
It's still a +6, yeah. Dirk is pretty
Yeah,
good at
Dirk-
punching.
Dirk is just like bawling his eyes out as he beats the shit out of this guy who blinded him.
I'm gonna charge this guy.
It does tend to be colored. Are they calling in artillery? Hopefully not indoors. Sorry, yes, Dirk?
I'm going to charge him.
Yep. It's -4 to your attack.
Oh god.
Yeah, he ducks out of the way of the crying orc. You are going to be next. Pick a square next to him. That, you know, it's going to be one of those two.
I'll be right here.
Okay, cool.
Wait, no. Wait, I'm gonna be right here.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you charge at him, and his blurry form just sort of ducks out of the way. And you hear someone who sounds vaguely like McCree. I'm afraid of doing a McCree impression, though. He sounds like Matt Mercer, aka McCree. It's high noon.
Oh no!
Dr. Jonathan Hunter, you hear, it's high noon, from the other side of a building. What do? Hide! Yeah, no. There's a
It's
smoke
your
cloud.
high noon.
There's a smoke cloud currently enveloping the space in front of you, and Dirk is on the other side of it fighting something. There is also a gargoyle fighting your elf.
Save the elf. We're an endangered species right now.
An endangered. You're right. The elves are an endangered species. You can always get more warg.
Sorry, I forgot to unmute myself. Right.
I'm sorry, I
that's-
didn't notice.
Oh my god, Sandra, that's so cold.
That's enough to see
Bloody
the
knife
gargoyle
is.
exists, but not enough to shoot it clearly. So let's move down here so it has less cover.
That's right.
That's still half cover though, isn't it? So...
It still has. No, it's a large creature. You can aim at a portion of it that has no cover, so it's like a quarter cover. It's like a -1, I'm pretty sure. So a whole -1 or +1 to its AC, I guess, is the way to do it.
Yeah, if we're doing it as +1 to AC, that's fine. Just so long as I know and we don't I don't double stack -1s.
Yep. No, that's not gonna do it. More like bullets pinging off of unimportant parts. You can see very clearly that there's a portion of it the elf is damaged by hitting, but you hit another like extraneous portion of its limbs, like a finger gets knocked off, but it's still more than capable of holding the halberd type thing that it's holding. Speaking of, now I have to choose who wants to attack, because it's been shot at.
Not me.
You're like the one that actually did anything to it, though.
Yeah, no, it is going to go, sadly, for the one who did anything to it. It goes right up against the wall. It's technically hard for it to hit it, so it has to break through the wall and hit you. So I need to see if the wall has hit points left, and then roll a d2 as though you were concealed. Because you're in its swing. but at the same time, it's trying to break through something else. So, first of all, will it actually hit you? It will hit you while it swings through. Or, well, it will be rolling an attack against you.
Alright.
20 plus. That's not going to hit you, but it will hit. That is enough AC to hit the wall in front of it. Nope.
Shit.
Damn it, come on. There. That breaks the wall. So the wall in front of you explodes, but you avoid the halberd.
This is progress.
Wait.
Stomp, stomp. That's its whole turn.
At
Stomp.
least it's not very quick.
Another wall explodes ahead of you, Dirk.
Oh dear.
Dirk,
This
Dirk's a
chunk of
fucking
wall
tank.
is no longer there. You can see that there is a gargoyle on the other side of that fucking wall through tear-stained
he
eyes.
can't see shit. He's blind.
Yeah, through tears, you see a gargoyle smash a wall.
How long will that last, by the way?
You're out of the smoke, so you'll be okay on your next when your turn rolls around again.
Okay, good.
Hey Sandra,
Meantime,
you have reasons to believe that shit is going south and further south.
to the northeast or northwest. And,
Yeah.
and
Shit's
and
going
east.
south in numerous directions right now, Sandra.
Let's see. Is that within my line of sight?
Yes. Yes, it is. You can see the fucking big stompy iron golem. It's moving incredibly slowly. You figure you've still got time before it can hit either of you.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. Oop. All right, 1D. All right, selector switch from burst to semi, and fuck.
And fuck. Hey, I'm gonna make this recommendation to you, and that would be hero points and action points. Don't forget you have them.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh
that's right.
yeah. I
Yeah.
could have done that.
I like again, a GM shouldn't always remind people of that, but D20,
Yeah.
I've played D20 for years, and I still always fucking forget. Do you want to burn action point?
Yes.
All right, roll a D6.
I believe in you.
Yay! You hit.
Yeah. And I'm within 30, so it's still, but still R 2D10
Plus one.
plus 1. There we go. Well,
Damage. It's taken 9. It staggers, like a very large portion of its leg snaps away, but it is still currently mobile. Almost. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and he can't see anyone. Wait, can he see through that window? Yes, he can. That ain't hitting you. This guy is pointing at you through like across a window, and like a shimmering bolt of force builds up on his hand. It whizzes at you, and you duck out of the way.
what? Mind bullets?
Mind bullets! That's telekinesis, Kyle.
If you didn't finish that line, I would have.
Thank you.
Actually, I have never watched Rick and Morty.
Tenacious
Power to-
D, you scumbag.
That's actually
How
a
about the
real
power?
pity.
To move you.
Rick and Morty is also fantastic.
Rick and Morty is so good.
I have watched all of
Yeah.
it. Oh, the cliffhanger ending, and knowing there's still not going to be more Rick and Morty for like another year and a half or something.
I know,
Hurts.
it kills me.
Hurts so
What are
deep.
you in for, man?
I'm personally waiting for
Everything.
more Venture Brothers. Not
Everything.
seem farther away.
Alright, Smart Elf. There's a nearly dying sort of looking gargoyle staggering and limping. It's just been shot
Alright.
out in the legs by Sandra, but it looks like it's quite ready to try and murderize you more.
Alright, well, unfortunately for it, I don't like being murderized, so I'm gonna have to try and kill it. So I'm gonna take a shot here. Hey.
I mean, it does
That's
take a swing at you when you shoot it because you're in melee range. Does that hit your AC?
no, I'm 19.
Fucking A. It does not hit you, and you hit it with no problem at all.
Fantastic. Alright. 2d6 plus 1.
So many hero points.
Oh, baby.
Okay, your bullet.
Max damage.
Yeah, you fucking fire and catch it right in the eye. I say the eye, but it's like a fractured stone pit that it probably uses for vision. You hit it, and it shudders to a halt. Its jaw falls away, and its leg crumbles. It still looks like it's trying desperately to move towards you, but its moving is like... to say slowing down is incorrect. It's breaking down visibly in front of you, and it collapses into a heap of rubble and metal.
Yes. You can't steal my kill this time, Dirk.
Speaking of Dirk...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4.
Okay, so
Yeah, 5 and 1/2 level, rounding down.
Does that hit Dirk's AC?
unfortunately, yes.
Okay. You probably recognize what he's swinging at you because he appears to be wielding a sword.
Oh god.
Let's have a
1d8
look.
plus strength.
That's correct.
I can
Swoosh!
take that.
Chunk!
Okay.
You are struck in the side with a sword. You have reasons to believe this is unpleasant and hurt you.
That's about a quarter of my health right there.
Dirk! It's that asshole hit you with a sword. What do? You can see him now. He looks like an asshole.
Combat. Oh wait. Oh yeah. No.
Oh yeah, can you
Combat
make a
martial arts.
oh Jesus. Can you make a spot check for me as well? That's definitely gonna hit this motherfucker though. And he takes 8 hull damage. Well done.
Spot now has a +1. I gotta add the macro.
Sorry, how much damage was that?
8.
It was 8. Okay, cool. I thought you suggested to add more to the macro. Okay, yeah, you hit him real fucking hard in the face. He hates the shit out of that. And he's still standing. Can you make a spot check, please?
Whoa.
God damn, Dirk the Savant.
Yeah, I told you he's a fucking savant. It's like when you know a dog and it's been trained to spot things, and then if you can judge by like the way that its ear cocks up if it can sense danger or not. Dirk is like an animal you have to read, but he himself knows what the fuck is up. This guy has relatively closely cropped hair that's like graying vaguely at the temples. He's wearing a leather coat, and he looks like an asshole.
Oh shit.
Hmm.
Dr.
What
Hunter.
about it?
Oh yeah, also I suppose I should mention that this guy has numerous weapons on his person. Although he's swinging a sword at you, you can see like he's got a grenade bandolier.
Oh dear.
Oh yes, the gas needs to expand. It just happened on his turn. Let's see here. He goes out to there, out to there. That doesn't do it by 10? Oh, it might do. Oh shit. Okay.
Oh, fucking hell.
Don't worry, everyone's goddamn blind in that fucking thing. Can both of you two make me a fort save? This guy's to make one as well. He's not wearing a mask or anything, and he fails. He coughs. You two are okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yay.
Yeah, he swings a sword at you and it sucks, and you punch this guy just as he breathes in, and he fucking sucks in a lung full of gross smoke. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to push forward on your turn. Blip.
There. I was just having a bad round, guys. I'm back. I'm back.
You're
now.
back to Dirk.
Good. So I need to get out of the gas. Also, lots of people to shoot. That gargoyle is now by itself, but there's also a gargoyle about to come and fuck Dirk
The
up.
gargoyle, I thought the gargoyle was
I
dead.
thought this was dead.
That one's dead, sorry, yes, I need to,
Yeah, okay.
there you go. There is
Thank you.
some kind of metallic golem motherfucker that I don't know that you can see actually. You
If I
cannot.
can, it's like only from
No, you
like the shoulders up.
you straight up just can't look at that shit. There's a
Yeah.
wall, sort of. Yeah, I suppose it's like a glint of sunlight off of metal, or not even sunlight. It's too grey out. No, you have reason to believe there's heavy stomping over there, but you don't know for sure what you're looking at.
Okay. You know what? This is pretty much my fault in general. This has happened. Let's try to actually be useful before dying awfully. So I'm going to move up here and shoot this gargoyle.
You have to shoot through smoke to do so. Just a warning.
I mean, let's see if
You've definitely moved into an awkward place. There is a wall right here. There is half cover right here. There's smoke through the window that you're vaguely looking out of, and this thing's near like a wall and a smashed other wall. It's definitely gonna have like superior cover. This is like +6 or +8 territory.
Yeah, good point. So I was here initially, right?
Yep. Just so you're aware, moving deeper through the smoke, you're gonna have to roll a d2 to go in the right direction. Otherwise, it's gonna be 4 dice of scatter.
Yeah, let's leave
What
the
if I'm just
smoke.
punching this guy?
Pardon, sorry?
What if I'm just punching this guy?
Oh yeah,
Well,
there are gonna be negatives to hitting him because you're both in the smoke and obscured. In fact, he's got negatives to hit you, so it might be in your favor to do so. You don't have to roll scatter die because he hasn't moved.
It's not within my pistol's range.
I'm still good. I'm still good with a +4. I don't know what he's got. -1 now.
I can't remember what.
Giant monster is within my pistol range now.
Wait, I'm looking at the wrong guy.
You're looking at the wrong guy.
Oh yeah, he's got a +1 right now as opposed to my +4.
Yep.
He's gonna have a hard
And
time.
I think you have naturally higher AC than him.
He's gonna have a hard time hitting my 19 AC.
All right, is that a 16 to hit?
Huh?
Is that a 16 to hit the golem?
Oh no, that was my fort save.
Oh, your fort save, right? I just lost.
Yeah,
track.
I haven't rolled
You
my
haven't
attack.
rolled, you haven't rolled your attack. Go for it.
So attack is d20 +2.
That has so far away from effect that you're almost afraid of getting hit with bullet ricochet. You suspect you suspect that guns are probably not the way to fight the iron golem.
Maybe punching it will work.
Maybe if Dirk rolled real fucking high.
Is anyone secretly a magic user? Can someone cast like Modern Kindness Disjunction on this bitch?
Well, I know a guy.
Good.
Do you know someone who can cast 9th level wizard spells?
That'd be nice. Could you rust a golem, please?
Yeah. It was worth trying.
Oh wait, that's difficult terrain. It moves even slower. Good luck to
Oh,
it.
jeez.
It moves 10 feet at a time, and now it moves 5 feet through difficult terrain.
Okay, so we got like 10 years before this guy's ready.
So you assume.
He's like Ganondorf.
I love it when a player assumes. Alright, this gargoyle has already smashed through a wall. However, it can't see its target anymore.
Is his target me?
Its target was you for like a moment before the smoke hit you. So I don't even know if it... What the fuck does it do? Let's have a look.
And
here.
now it's sad.
Yeah, it doesn't have a target. It's gonna try and get to where you last were.
That is
So
fine.
it goes through all the spaces. I don't think you can make an attack of opportunity against something you can't see properly, sadly.
I've got a. Thanks to my defensive martial arts, I now take a +1 dodge on melee.
Oh,
I just
cute.
remembered.
Okay, I mean, alright, it does actually take a swing at you, I'm afraid.
Okay. And
Generally, if a number is red, it's bad news for a player. Alright, And I'm pretty sure it's fuck all the bonuses.
I did get my advanced class.
You're okay. It swings ineffectually through the smoke at you.
Yeah, he's not hitting my.
He's not hitting
He's not
you in the
hitting my
smoke.
20 AC from melee.
Yeah, he's not hitting your incredible defense and also in the smoke where it can't see you and has -4. Or is that -5? That might be -5. -5, -4, I don't know. Whatever the fuck.
Probably -4.
Probably. It likes to do even numbers. Alright, Sandra. You saw bullets ping off this thing.
Yeah.
You can
I'm
You
having
can-
fun.
you can make out over here and you have reasons to believe shit's going on in some smoke.
Excuse me.
This guy did fire mind bullets at you. That's telekinesis, Carl.
That seems to be a good spot.
DRD.
Well, I think I'm gonna go with the telekinesis, even though
Yeah.
that looks sort of terrifying.
Cool. Alright,
But-
make your shot. He's got half cover because he's up against a wall, but
Yeah.
Back.
welcome back.
Well,
Yeah, that doesn't, I'm afraid, hit him.
yeah, I didn't think so.
And in response, let's see here, he moves up against more cover and is actually close enough to do something nasty. Can you make a reflex saving throw, please?
Oh, shit.
Time to pull an Agatha, the finger of doom.
No, he's not that powerful, Jesus.
Let's see. What is my saving throw? What
You
is
should
my
get a
reflex?
rocket launcher, those solve all problems. They do. Pardon me, sorry?
Just looking at my reflex save.
Okay, cool. Yeah, a rocket launcher would solve a lot of what the fuck is happening. Okay then. I take it you don't have any kind of evasion talent, yes? So you're still probably going to take half damage.
Okay.
I'll ignore my melee only rule.
You
for
take three
rocket launcher.
3 whole points of fire damage as like a fucking cone of fire bursts out of this dude's hand.
Now
Aw.
Sandra's got burnt nipples.
Wait, does my DR count for that, or is that because it's magic?
It's fire, so it's energy. Do you have energy DR or normal DR?
I do not. It's just normal DR.
You do not have the means to absorb fire damage, sorry. Smart elf. You can't see him, but some fire just shot at Sandra, which you could see.
Hmm. Well, clearly the best option would be to flank this guy. Are there are no flanking bonuses, right?
There are flanking bonuses, but they're generally melee based.
Ah.
It's been shown before that getting melee when you want to shoot someone with a gun is not a good plan.
Yeah, that I can guess.
Unless you both want to try just fucking rotisserieing this dude.
No, I'm just gonna have to try and pull my specialty and shoot this guy in the back. He doesn't have cover from this angle from me, right?
Pardon me, sorry?
He doesn't get a cover bonus since I'm behind him at this angle, right?
He has cover bonus just for the simple fact that you've got to reach around a wall yourself. If you move another square up, then he has no cover bonus.
In that case then.
There you go.
That's
Literally, if you would
27.
have cover from someone, it's very likely they'd cover from you. That hits.
Fantastic. And he is within 30 feet, so 2d6 plus 1. Ugh.
Yeesh. I mean, the bullet takes him in the shoulder and he thinks that was not very cool of you.
I'm not a very cool guy.
Yeah, alright, let's see here. And this guy's
I'll be
turn.
back in like 2 minutes.
Leave this expands by 5 feet, and it can't go past the wall, so the expansion happens inside here. I don't think it expands any further than that, but there's literally no breeze indoors to move it. And this guy, he stayed in the smoke. He's going to stay in the smoke on his round, so let's see here. Okay, so he's not choking, but he's still got the -4 this round. I should have done that save at the end, but whatever. He wants to get like the weapons proficiency law. Yeah, nice try. Nice try. Getting a law in Ireland. Okay. That's not hitting Dirk. Dirk, it's your go. You're not even sure someone tried to swing at you.
It just sort of felt sort of a breeze in the smoke.
Yep. Punches and laws. Dirk.
I'm gonna punch someone.
Most of the windows aren't even intact.
So I'm gonna attempt to punch the gargoyle, but I assume I need to roll a 1d2.
The gargoyle? Let's have a look here. Your current opponent hasn't moved and something might have swung at you. We'll call it a 1d2 because he's got concealment. Okay, you can hit him. Or, well, you can take an attack at him. Go for it.
Uh-huh.
No.
Oh.
Can you roll again and see if you crit confirm? Crit fail confirm even.
Oh my god, I do.
Can you roll again to see if you crit fail confirm firm? Okay. That's still pretty bad news. Oh god, I need to find out what a reasonable double crit fail is for a melee attack with your fists. It's probably not pretty.
Oh god.
Let's have a look here. We'll use the random generator. Critical generators, natural failure. That's the most I overthink it. Your target's armor and natural armor bonuses are doubled against you for 3 rounds.
What?
Yeah, no, you're having a hard time with the smoke. You just whiff the punch, and now you're in like a moment where you're just. You know when a boxer is so deep inside their own head, they're just letting themselves get punched, and they can't fucking seem to land a decent swing. Right now, that's Dirk is playing mental chess with his fists. It's not going well because he's Dirk.
Oh, poor Dirk. I just get back in your suffering.
He rolled double crit fails. He crit failed to crit fail, and then confirmed technically a hit. Wait, no, in fact that's a +8, which means he didn't confirm it with a hit even. He crit failed, crit failed, crit failed, crit failed.
Jesus Christ.
You also take 1d4 points of strength damage by tearing a muscle in your fists, in your arms.
God.
Jesus Christ.
You failed to punch so hard. No one has ever failed at a punch harder.
No, Dirk.
Roll 1d4. You take 4 points of strength damage from tearing the muscles in your arm.
Oh god.
Where?
That's brutal. Literally, crit fail, crit fail, crit fail. I had to roll you 2 on the generator. Alright, you still have a move action and a minor left. What do you do?
I'm gonna at least. Yeah, I'm gonna get away.
Alright, roll a d2. See if you can go in the right direction. Hope for a 2. Alright, roll me a 1d5 for your movement scatter. You can't move through enemy spaces, thankfully, and they can't take attack opportunity because you will have technically sort of concealment. D5. We're counting from left to right what direction you go in. You bump into a wall. There's a wall there, dude. Your movement is brought short by a wall. Alright, Jonathan Hunter, you're up. You have no idea that Dirk is finally failing to punch.
No.
Even if I did know, what could I do? What on earth could I actually do? I can't see those guys to
I
shoot.
think I actually need the backup character.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's no gunshots, so you can't hear them swinging at each other, and you can't see them fighting. For all you know, there's no one left in there. What you do know is that this guy over here blew fire at you, and this guy didn't seem to give a single shit about bullets.
Yeah, and also this guy doesn't have that good cover against me anymore.
He only has quarter cover.
Yeah. I like only quarter cover.
I believe in you.
You can play Ashley. All right. Do you move anywhere?
Let's take a couple of steps back so I'm away from the monster.
It's okay. We still love you, Mers.
All right, Dirk. I mean, luckily your AC is still balling out of control. Wait, you've moved. Oh, hope for a 2 on your end. No, he's gonna take a swing at Dirk again. I'm sorry.
God,
Fine. I can at least take a hit or two.
or 10. God.
That doesn't hit anyway. Your AC is 20 against melee, yeah. Wait, no, you missed
Yep.
with a defensive attack. Is your defense still actually good when you
Yeah.
haven't hit?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, cool. Yeah, he doesn't hit you.
Defensive martial arts just gives me a +1 to melee dodging.
Okay, yeah. Some part of like you've bumped into a wall. You're feeling not your dirkiest, but some fucking part of your brain is like, move, dodge. Some sensei you never knew you had tells you to duck, and you do, and a halberd clangs into the wall above your head. Sandra.
How much cover does this thing have?
None.
to me
It's out in
right
the
now?
open. It's on difficult terrain.
It doesn't seem to give a shit about bullets, though. Plus, it's going to take it at least 3 turns to get through the difficult terrain.
Uh-huh. Well, you seem to have the the Kyle over here.
He does move before me, though, so that could pose a problem.
Ah, good point. Good point. Well, I got another turn to worry about it. So,
No.
Jesus, can I please? You know what? Action.
You want
point.
to roll an action point there, buddy?
Yeah.
Could I have rolled an action point to save my double crit fail?
No, a crit confirm
Alright.
isn't an attack.
No.
But is that enough to hit her?
Let's see here. 14. He is a
Actually-
wizard, so I think he's got squishy armor, and you're in point blank, so it's actually 15. I was going to say 14 is not enough. 15 is going to hit. Yeah, no, an action point on your 4 is not going to do you shit. Yes, 15 hits.
Where's the plus one? Gah. 7 damage.
7 damage. Let's see. He's already taken 9 and then another scratch. Yeah, your bullet fucking takes this guy in the head and he drops down to the ground like a fucking heap of wet pieces. Good kill. You killed a wizard.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Beat wizard every time.
Yeah, gun stronger than magic, and he is off the tracker. Hey, Smart Elf. That wizard's dead as shit. You can see a giant golem, and you have reasons to believe shit's going down in that fucking room. You can see yellow smoke sort of billowing out of some smashed windows.
I can't see shit in there, and that's so far out of range for me. Alright, Alright. I'm gonna try and take a shot at the golem.
Shoot the windows. Like, most of those windows are barely intact anyway. There is smoke billowing out of them, but that room isn't emptying anytime soon.
Alright.
There's no breeze going through it, that's the problem. Because there's walls on the other side.
Alright, I'm gonna try and shoot the guy praising the sun here.
Okay. You're in 30. 23 does hit it. Well done. Roll damage.
Oh baby. 2d6 plus 1.
Fucking hell. You suspect the damage you deal to it isn't as much as you thought. Like, you hit this thing in, like, the head, and you expect it to, like, sort of, like, rattle around, or even look flinchingly. It doesn't flinch to the damage that it takes, but you do something to it. It's definitely dented.
Fantastic.
Alright, and you've moved, and this guy's not swung at you yet. The smoke cloud, thankfully, does not grow on his turn. Hope for a 2. Hey! He swings at a space that is currently unoccupied. Dirk, you're up.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna back the fuck out.
Sure.
Man.
How many hit points do you have left?
Huh?
How many hit points do you have left, Dirk?
I didn't get hit, so I'm still still standing golden at 21.
God damn.
Yeah, he got hit for 7's worth of sword, I remember. And that's about it.
Yep. I assume I roll 1d2 to.
Correct, but you've only got 3 scatter. Nope. Alright, roll d3. It's counting from left to right with the d3's worth of scatter in the smoke. Okay, you go south. Presumably until you bump into something, yes?
Yeah, sure.
Oink! There's a wall over here that you bounce into.
You boinked it.
Dirk's nose meets wall. Poor Dirk. Alright. Dr. Hunter. The golem has suffered some damage. Some damage.
And the wizardy fuck is
Dead.
Okay, so what was the thing you said would be a knowledge check? Because standard action?
Standard action to make a knowledge check about whatever it is that you want to make a knowledge check about.
I want to know how to fuck up a golem.
Alright, d20
bullets
plus
isn't
either
gonna work.
arcane knowledge or shadowkind knowledge. Arcane is a harder, shadowkind is a harder check because shadowkind is very generic knowledge.
I don't have any points in them, but you did say I could make shadowkind checks.
That's
so
correct.
This is, intelligence. Let's spend an action point because I think I think we need to know how to kill this other than just slowly shooting it to death. 21.
21. Okay then. You've heard about mages creating golems. In general, a golem is tied to some kind of life force. You know no details about the construction of golems or their weaknesses, but they're very specific to what they're made of. So, like, magic doesn't work on some golems, but works on other golems. And then some of them are more resistant to physical harm than others. You would estimate that this thing is, in general, very resistant to all the stuff, and so its weakness would be finding out whatever fucking made the golem and dealing with it. Otherwise, eventually sufficient damage will break a golem apart. I can't give you more information than that because it's not an arcane check. You're generally throwing general knowledge at it. You know that wizards make golems. You've seen one wizard die and this golem is still moving.
Yeah. And a 21, I guess, isn't good enough to know if, like, a wizard has to be suitably close to a golem to command it.
You have no idea of the magical limitations of golems, I'm afraid.
I need to start taking points in arcane lore. Like,
You need to find a
2
wizard
levels ago.
wizards to teach you shit.
I know, guy.
Alright, so
I mean,
you've got a move
druid,
left.
So, let's move further back and just, I'll basically yell what I've learnt to Sandra, Nyx, and hopefully Dirk.
Alright, I
Which
mean, you all
is
hear that, you're in earshot.
Dirk will scream back in pain.
Dirk failed to punch!
No, it's like Dirk, Jonathan is yelling out, like, I don't really know how to stop the golem, and you just hear Dirk.
Let's see here.
Spell failure. Fist did not connect.
Okay, this thing doesn't know that it's got no enemy, and it is going to stagger into the smoke and try and swing at nothing. Just so you're aware, the smoke appears to be starting to, at least, if not dissipate, at least thin. You suspect that it's only going to be half concealment by the time this dude's turn rolls around. Sandra, you're up.
Well, I'm gonna shoot the golem.
Okay.
I think I'm going to. So, I think I'm going to scoot back.
Again, I'll give you the same advice I gave others. You can do standard actions and then move actions if you want to do it in that order.
Oh. Oh yeah. Let's see if I can actually hit it.
No.
Nope.
I mean, you can
Alright.
hit it. It does an incredible amount of fuck all, though.
Yep, and now I scoot back.
Smart elf. What now?
Oh, right. Well, priorities are priorities, so I'm gonna have to move here and then pick this guy's pockets.
Interesting. All right. Make. I guess a search check.
Could I use sleight of hand or no?
Sleight of hand is not what you would use. You can't
Ah.
sneakily pickpocket a dead person. What you're trying to do now is actually just loot it.
Alright.
Search is just going to tell you
So-
how successful you are in a quick period of time, because you kind of have the time up against you.
Alright, so that's just gonna be, what would the modifier for that be?
Wisdom is most of those checks.
Alright. Oh, whoops. I typed my roll into the Twitch chat.
Nice.
I have a feeling Dirk can
Ah.
dodge it. Dirk will just collapse down and not get, or will just avoid getting hit for the next few
Yeah.
rounds. Not
You grab this person's wallet. It's got like $20 in it, or 20 d20 bucks. As in
Alright.
d20 the game, not don't roll 20 d20. That could be like a lot of dosh. And I believe there is ID in it, and that is pretty much what you find. This person has a hunting knife on their person, but it's a very generic looking knife, nothing special about it. You would have to do it. You'd have to spend time doing a more in-depth search to find anything really cool on this person. You basically look at like the very normal places that a person might have shit on them, is i.e. their wallet and their pants.
Well, I am very interested in what he's got in his pants, but it's not what I wanted to find.
I imagined not.
Alright, I mean, in that case, is that a minor action, or is that just a standard?
That was a standard action. You crouch down to rummage in the pockets.
Alright. I mean, in that case, I'm done, because I already moved to get next to him.
Okie dokie. Alright, this guy, the smoke is thinning. He's going to ready in action. Could you make a listen check, please, Dirk?
He's AFK, Scan. He's
Oh,
moving
shit.
the bed.
Oh, right. Can someone make a listen check for him? I don't have Dirk's stats down. I don't think any of us do.
I don't know his stats, no.
No. Okay, then. Oh, fuck.
I know he has a +0 wisdom.
He has a +0 wisdom, but he might actually have stuff in listen. This could be bad news for Dirk, so I don't want to roll without him. We will jump ahead to Hunter and then pick up when Danny reappears. What do?
I mean, I've just been told to go and help Dirk, so...
I will say that now that this guy's turn has passed and Dirk's has passed, like, this smoke will have started thinning. That's like, shit's about to happen, and I feel like rolling without Dirk is nonsense, but also it's going to be kind of impactful to whatever you do next as well.
Yeah, that's the thing.
We're going to just wait for Danny to turn up.
Yeah.
That's no problem for me. I can go get a glass of water.
Yeah, I'm dry as well.
Alright, cool. We'll have a quick drinks break and we'll meet back for Danny in a sec.
See you all in a few.
Yep.
Excellent. Alright, I will put my music back on again. And then I'll be back soon. Alright, and I'm back. We're just sort of waiting for our peoples to do their people things. And that'll be great.
I'm back as well.
Yay! I'm gonna just wait for the others. I cannot wait to make, like, some dinner. I've got cooking bacon in the fridge, which basically just means you can get, like, a fucking few pounds of bacon for very, very cheap because it's not cut in slices. You know when someone's like, oh, I fucked up cutting all of these, and then someone just goes, you know what would be really smart? Call it cooking bacon, even though it looks and tastes exactly like bacon, but it's just random cuts of it. Stick it all in one single airtight package and sell it for way cheap, because otherwise they'd have to have gotten rid of it. Like, fuck yeah, that's the bacon for a poor person I'm in. So for like £1.50, I just got shit fucking tons of what they called cooking bacon. It's just a imagine bacon in slab steak form. Is essentially what we're looking at.
Yeah, those sound pretty glorious.
It's great. You cook it and it vaguely starts.
Better than normal bacon.
I know, right? You cook it and it starts to fall into like slices and half slices, but in general, it's like just bacon of different cuts all mashed into one slab. Cooking bacon is the poor man's bacon, and it's actually better than most slices you'll get. Especially of American slices of bacon that I've noticed that seem to be this weird streaky nonsense. Never understood streaky bacon when you could just get proper slices of bacon. Which I believe Americans call proper bacon Canadian bacon for some reason.
It's because we're weird.
I don't know. I still like the stripy bacon.
I don't know. I've had streaky bacon and
Well,
not my jam.
it's not the store bought. The ones I usually like are the ones that are like more from butchers.
Fair. But we've always known like streaky bacon to actually be like an incorrectly cut slice of bacon. So if you're getting streaky bacon from a butcher, it's someone who's just been taught it wrong, I think. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on it because I myself am not a butcher, but streaky bacon is very much an American thing. But anyway, okay, music is off. Let's get back on with the game then, since I think we're all here. Dirk rolled a 17 listen check. You heard what this guy was doing for his ready action. You hear a very... I wouldn't call it a familiar sound, but it's one that's familiar because of movies and shows. It's the clicking of someone pulling the pin out of a grenade. And someone who's ready to action.
Oh, shit.
What does Dirk do?
I don't think Winter's actually here. He was here long enough to make a lesson roll because he had to sit down to put his shoes on.
God damn it.
Oh no. Back bacon is an interesting is the usual bacon slice. If you're going for belly bacon, just get pork belly slices instead, which are thick and juicy and have fat in the correct place. Which is all along the outside in one streak. Fucking pork belly slices are magical. I will type it just for Danny's sake in case he sees it. American stripy bacon is traditionally back bacon. Excellent. Bacon facts. It's just making me hungrier. I'm gonna make bacon pasta later. And it's just gonna be fucking cooking bacon. The best bacon. We'll keep the music going for now while we're quote-unquote still on break waiting for Danny. Because, again, like, his choice right now is going to be like, what does he do? He knows that a grenade hasn't been thrown yet, but a grenade has definitely been pinged and prepared to be thrown. And it's a ready to action for him. I mean, we could throw metagame knowledge at it and generally figure out what's about to happen, but the question is, what does Dirk the Dirk figure out?
Dirk the Dirk, I like that.
Yeah. Bacon pasta is fantastic. Really crunchy M&Ms. M&Ms. Yeah, no, it's, vodka is an appropriate substitute for food, you're correct. In this case, it's take like olive oil based butter. Streaky bacon is back made from the belly. Weird. Okay. Yeah. Get an olive oil mixed butter or margarine. Either's fine. Drop it in a pan. Get it warm but not like bubbling because butter burns, which is why you use oil usually. Especially olive oil. Butter definitely burns. And then you dump the bacon in that. Take it out. Add on oil that doesn't burn. Fry it in that. And then you generally have enough fat and oil left over to then make a white sauce by adding flour and milk. Mix it all together into one. Throw in grated cheese until it becomes a cheese sauce. Bam! Fucking perfect mac and cheese and bacon. And if at the same time, when you were making the pasta itself, or pasta, as for some reason it's said in America as though it needed some kind of accent, you put in some sweet corn and some spinach, they'll do it at the same time as the pasta, and then you just fucking drain that, mash all together, bam, fucking perfect mac and cheese. Every time. With bacon, spinach, and sweet corn in it. Also, if you have some sriracha, just dump it in the sauce, go for it. Makes it a little bit spicy, a bit tangy at times. I could literally go make bacon right now. Damn you, Danny. We had to last like, I don't know, another half hour I think, and then this session would have probably been wrapped up for the evening. How long have we been going even? Let's take a peek. About 3.5 hours.
Oh.
Which is a good time. I'm looking forward to Kina and D. It's only a few days away. And it's Kina's first foray into just letting us fucking... letting players go off the rails and improving as she goes. He goes, even. I'm very excited about the player. The character I'm playing as is going to be a fucking good time. Mostly because...
the character?
Yeah, I'm in New Kina and D. And, before it was, like 2 robots were part of the group, which made for like not the most social peoples. Fucking so excited because now I've made a ridiculous character and I'm pretty sure that Third is swapping away from robot to play an exciting character too. Pretty sure Third's in it, if I remember rightly. So it's going to be awesome, and then Kina gets to flex the improv muscles, which is always really fun and exciting. Whenever a GM's like, I'm just going to stop planning, I've got some stat blocks, I can even make those up as I go, fucking woo! And then you just see what happens. And then you find out all of your...
When is it,
Kina can confirm. I keep saying Tuesday, even though I'm pretty sure... Sorry, I keep saying Monday, even though I'm pretty sure it's Tuesday the 14th.
I mean, that's what it says on Saban's Twitch channel.
Excellent.
So...
Yes, that's right, because Monday is going to be World of Darkness once I get that off the ground. Yeah,
Okay,
not Shadowrun.
this one's no, it's not Shadowrun right now. It's World of Darkness because it's just one that I have not run at all yet. I was still in contention whether there was going to be Shadowrun or World of Darkness. I'm pretty sure that Third wanted to get in for World of Darkness. I've got another friend who would love to do some World of Darkness and hasn't done it for fucking ever. I was like, absolutely, then I will run it. It'll be vampires and werewolves and all that kind of shit. And a lot of storytelling. It's a storyteller RPG, and people seem to keep trying to run it as like Pathfinder, but you're all werewolves. Good luck. It's so wrong and stupid. So it's going to be done correctly. It's getting jam packed. There's a lot of fucking D&D going on in this bitch. I cannot wait for Kira Bleaksworthy the 14th to be introduced. Immediately trying to waifu the shit out of the boss of the agency and then seeing what happens next. How hard can one fail? It's time to find out. Let's think here. So Monday, World of Darkness. Tuesday, Kina and D. Wednesday is Sav and D, and I'm not in that one. Thursday currently is an empty spot, but
That's only war. But
Thursday, yes, sorry, yes, yes,
Wait.
that's right, yes. Thursday is only war.
Also, we need to work out a time for that because of character select.
True. Friday is Urban Arcana and/or Cockton D if we need it. Saturday is Pathfinder or Stars Without Numbers, depending on which week it is. And then Sunday is COC and D, and we'll see. I'm gonna ask and see if I can be in it to replace whatever Coon, because fuck that guy. He's so terrible for getting into the actual game. But I have to actually officially ask Agatha.
Yeah, sounds about right.
And there you go. Then that's like the week of D&D, fucking every goddamn night. Very excited about that. My life just needed. My life needs some tabletop every day.
I'm really not looking forward to next year.
Why are you not looking forward to next year? Is it going to be too busy for all the D&D?
Yeah, then I actually have classes again.
Oh no! Education, go fuck yourself. You should be a dropout, a successful writing smut dropout. Well, I say successful. I can afford to pay rent most of the time.
Scout, look. I don't literally want to be you, but 5 years younger. I'm... little bit... would get a little bit weird.
Things get dark. Oh, Burnock, you sweetie. So you know, I'm usually the Dom. So you know, fucking better play ball, girl. Better play ball. Artifacts and D was a bit dungeon crawly. The players probably did cause that because there was a couple of robots and then just save in to do RP with nowhere to bounce off of. I think that was a major. That was an issue generally for that setting. I'm excited to see what will happen with Kina's training wheels officially just fucking ripped off and everyone's set free. Like, I can't express how excited I am about that game. It's going to be a lot of fun to mess with status quo. Saving was all your RP. That's because Seven's a fucking legit bro. Yeah, I'm hoping third playing not a robot will help that, and I'm hoping that I will just be able to force people to do shit by either annoying them incharacterly or being so ridiculous that the world will have to struggle to keep up with me. Woo!
I do remember third bringing that up.
Yeah.
That
well, third was originally like, yay, I picked an android when the game was first designed, and then also found out that Hedra was, and since they were both totally different models of android, they were like, it'll be fine. But then they realized that both of their characters generally lacked in emotion, so that doesn't allow you for a lot of independent thought, quote unquote. So third was like, I don't want to RP because this character really wouldn't. But apparently, she's making a new one, so...
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, here's hoping.
She also said it was sort of a break from some of her usual super hyperactive characters like Celadry.
Yeah, freshness breath.
Mm-hmm.
I just I'm excited again. Like every part, they both independently made. Yeah, I should add that neither of them knew what the other was doing. They just sort of like they turned up at a table like, oh, we're both fucking androids. Great, just different models of it. Rad. Yeah, no. Like, the party needed a Celadry because otherwise it was just saving to do all the RP. And you need like we've discussed earlier in this episode, because there was a fairy. You need a fairy or someone who does that fairy type thing to go fucking causing bullshit. Like, it just has to happen. You need a generator, and one person can't be a generator, but having someone to make shit happen works incredibly well. Admittedly, we're now just talking like D&D mechanics and RP in general, and it's something I could talk about for fucking ever, but I don't know how amazingly interesting it is for stream to listen to. I'm hoping Danny turns up soon. If not, maybe we'll call the session a break and pick it up at the end, and I'll just have like the next stage of this prepped, quote-unquote prepped. As much as I prep anything for this series.
I'm back.
Danny.
Oh, yay! Speak of the devil.
Perfect timing, my dear.
Sorry.
It's okay, it's okay. Okay, to catch you up then, we were talking about D&D and RPGs and stuff. You did a reasonably good listen check. You heard a sound when you were up against the wall, and it's a sound that you aren't familiar with by experience, but it's something you've heard enough times on TV to be alarmed. It's the click of a pin being pulled out of a grenade.
Oh dear.
You don't hear it being thrown, though. It's now your turn. What do you do?
The 1d2 of get out of here.
Okay, then. Hope for a 2. Alright.
Finally.
You're going to be able to pick... Like, you're up against a wall, you've got your bearings. You can pick a direction to run in a straight line to get away in. Just so you're aware, the moment you start moving, so put yourself back to where you were stood. I'm going to make a listen check for this guy. Hope he doesn't do a good job. He's going to throw it in your general area.
Okay.
1d4. 3 would be bad. It's going to land on you while you're trying to move. 4 wouldn't be great. 1 would be the... In fact, I'm pretty sure every single one of those is not good news for you, because it will land next to you and it has splash. Hope for not a 3, because then it's on your head, I suppose. Wait for the dice to come up. Let's pull up the rolls for a d20 modern grenade when they're being thrown in this. Equipment, weapons,
4.
explosives, fragmentation grenade. Oh my god, this might kill you. Alright,
Oh god.
make...
It was a 4.
It was a 4, so it's landing in front of you where you want to run through. Roll a reflex save.
I just got a +2 in those. For my level.
Hooray.
There you go.
The reflex DC for a fragmentation grenade is 15.
Oh,
Okay, good luck.
I delayed.
Good luck.
I'm gonna make a double movement out of here, which I think it'd be about
Run,
here.
Dirk, run.
Wait a second, how have you moved away at the same time?
Huh?
You rolled a 15 reflex check, sorry, why is there a 19 there as well?
Oh, I rolled. It was delayed, and then I rolled another one.
Oh, okay, I'm afraid you've got the 15, which means it's going to hit you, and you might not be able to move away if it takes you out in that same explosion.
Wait, don't you have to roll equal to or higher to make a save?
D20.
Like
Okay.
rolling the number is a pass, I thought.
Okay, 1 second then.
Yeah, I thought the roller had advantage when it applies to just numbers.
Roll beats DC of equal value.
If this isn't true, I officially blame Savin for house ruling it constantly. So.
I know that applies to attacks anyway, so.
Anyway, subject of unusual blah blah blah, roll save attack, base save bonus possibility modifier. La 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 la, base saves, stack, 3 types, whatever. Saving throws, DC for a save determined by attack, natural 1 is always a failure, regardless, whatever, 20 is always good. Yeah, I know that shit. I just want to know whether you need to meet it or not, because this is important for Dirk's survival. Alright, we're going to say meeting it is okay. We're not going to treat it as though it were attack on armor.
Live, Dirk, live.
All right, but you're
So
still
I can
gonna
take a
take
double
half.
movement out of here?
You're still gonna take half damage. I don't think it can take you out anymore, which is good news. But it's still not gonna be very, very fun for you.
Good.
All right, you only take 7.
Oh, thank God. I am so glad I could survive that.
All right. Yep, you meet up the edge of a wall. You know that there is a window here with smoke billowing out. You'll be able to climb out as a second move action. You wish to do so?
Yes, I do.
Excellent. Go ahead.
Or do I just end up here?
No, you can make a full move to get out. Like you move your full
Yeah,
distance.
I'm gonna be right by Sandra.
Cool. Hey Hunter, you were looking into the smoke, wondering if you should try and find a way to help Dirk when you heard an explosion. Then Dirk's steaming, like smoking body just like leap out of a window and run to Sandra. What do?
Jesus.
Ah. Rezendi makes a good point in Skype chat.
Yeah, Scout was 2 pages earlier than where you were looking, but actually you need a result equal to or higher than the given DC.
Excellent. Okay, so yeah, equal to the 15 DC, you're okay. Excellent.
I mean, I should be planning for this, but I wasn't. We were talking about interesting shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, your plan was help Dirk, but then there was suspect of a grenade going off, and the ready to action was when he heard movement. And Dirk's result was, I want to get the fuck out double quick. A stealth check might have saved him from their reaction, or not moving might have saved him from the reaction, but it was entirely down to whatever Danny... Yeah, I was going to say, it entirely depends on what Dirk does. I was like, I don't want to speak for his character, because Dirk is Dirk.
Dirk is Dirk. He's not a very stealthy person, even though he could be.
Yeah, because they'll fucking roll a natural 20 on all of his stealth checks.
Yeah, if you'd known, it's like, Dirk knows that if you hear a grenade and no one can see you, sneaky, sneaky, creepy, creepy, no one would know that Dirk was already about to choke you from behind. His choking hands out, ready to go. Sam Fishering everyone. So then, Dr. Hunter, what up?
Dirk needs a heal.
While this is... That is true, but the smoke is like partially dissipated now.
You can make out the shapes of people.
And let's...
In fact, from where you are, you can make out the shape of a gargoyle. The only reason you know it's a gargoyle is because you've just recently seen one get exploded by bullets.
Yeah, so if I was here, that would be massively out of range. Oh, hey, you've got, like, good diagonals set up.
Yeah, I've got it set to 3.5 diagonals as the much more superior version.
Yeah. This is just a good thing. I mean, let's try shooting a gargoyle. I will eventually roll a hit on something today.
Alright, it has half concealment, and it's got half AC from the wall. It's not going to be an easy hit. It is a large creature. You've got that going for you.
Which is nice.
Nope.
Nope.
Not
And
today.
let's use my move to move over here.
Alright, to the edge of difficult terrain, you guys. This thing can vaguely make out shapes. Sorry, before it moves there, we'll see if it bumps into shit. Hope for a 2. Nope, it knows what it's doing. And then it's going to try and smash in this wall. It breaks most of it. It's going to be able to get through in its next turn. Sandra, something's trying to oh yeah on the other side of that wall. There's also a golem approaching you that mostly doesn't mind bullets.
Sorry, I got a phone call halfway through that.
That's fine. Okay, yeah. There is a golem you can vaguely see, and sorry, there's a golem that you can see very clearly in front of you, and then there's a gargoyle that you can vaguely see, and it just smashed out a wall next to you, where Dirk ran out, vaguely smoking from a grenade, having hit him.
I'm gonna keep trying to shoot the golem.
All right.
Oh my god.
Come on.
That doesn't hit at all.
Yeah.
Again, it
Yeah.
hit. In fact, at this time, I don't even think it actually hits its armor. You missed the slow-moving golem.
Yeah, I believe that one was.
Smart elf. Shit's not going too well.
I'm being called.
All right, have fun with
All
that.
right. I mean, I'm tempted to go for a longer pickpocket to see if I can get the cool goodies, but I'm gonna shoot the golem instead.
All right, is it within 30 for you? It is.
Yes. So, point blank adds +1 to attack,
And
right?
damage.
Not damage.
It adds 1 to both.
Oh, and to damage.
Yep.
Oh, all right. I haven't been rolling with +1 to attack. Whoops.
I have. It's okay. That actually hits. You're on its threshold.
Fantastic.
Roll damage. Luckily, your glass cannon has decks out the arse. And he has lots of things out the arse, frankly, and in the arse.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Oh, I mean, again, you hit it, and you hit it where you think it would take damage, and it doesn't seem to do a massive amount. You hurt it, but really not much. All right. This
All right,
guy,
well, that
on his
makes me cry.
turn, the smoke has dissipated. Or enough to the point where it's not really causing any kind of disruption to sight or movement. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now you can make him out again properly, the person that Dirk was fighting. He's got greying hair at the sides. He's got a bandolier that had grenades on it. He's got like a couple left. And he's holding
Oh,
a
I
sword.
completely forgot to move.
Yeah, and
Sorry.
okay, that's fine. And he's got a sword in one hand, and he looks quite ready to get into the fray. But he used all of his movement getting there. I think his minor action... Let's have a look here. Okay, no, he doesn't do anything for a minor action. Dirk, you're up. Oh, Danny's AFK, I think. He's taking a phone call. So I'll type it. Dirk, you're up. Who you punch? Gargoyle has a defense bonus against you for crit. Dale. Also, you punch less good. Strength damage. Rock and roll. And it's not a good day to be Dirk now. Everything was looking up Dirk at the start of this day, and it's gone severely downhill. It's gone Dirk hill.
Oh my god, Danny, please.
I feel like it has been a long session now, and it is only getting longer by our constant stepping away from the computers. If Danny is not back in another couple minutes, we shall call it an end for the night for the session, and we'll pick up again at the end afterwards. Well, we'll pick up the end of this for next session, and then the onwards portions of the... believe that would be enough for you to get to the end of the twins' stay in Ireland.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, and then you can move on to new exciting jobs with more Moida. You could possibly join.
I've got to finally pass a charisma roll.
Yeah.
I need to pass a charisma roll and get one of them to sleep with me by the time they leave. That's not acceptable.
Good luck. I think it's more likely that Sandra and Dr. Hunter are going to get down to clown.
Fuck.
You never know, though. When you guys get back in the evening, assuming you're all in one piece, you can be shit-faced and have uncomfortable sex with them and not call again. That's how you rock.
I do know a pair of Jodens.
All three ways.
That's true. You can rotisserie him. More waifu trap boy. Yeah, it's just Dr. Hunter and Nix Lavellen rotisserieing Marek while he's dressed like a girl. Could be entirely how it goes down. You know, we'll call it an end for the session here because I think it's an okay place to be. And also it means that I don't have to assign EXP yet, which is always quite useful. Because then you'll probably all level up from just the end of the mission, which will be in the end of the next session. thank you very much so far, everyone, for watching. I hope you've had a grand old time. I'm sorry there've been some pauses, but you know, real life is real life, and that's just sort of how we rock and roll. I hope you've had yourselves a wonderful time watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed playing.
It's been
Okay,
tense
Matt.
but fun.
Yep.
Yep. Welcome back, Danny. We're going to be calling an end for today's session so that we can wrap up the rest of this in the next session and then, you know, finish the twin stay in Ireland.
Okay.
All right. Oh, Danny's back.
Yep.
Yeah.
He just got back as he was signing off. That's cool. We will pick it up in the next session, and that will be the end of the taking care of the twins. You'll make
Yeah, it was-
assuming you don't get murdered by what's attacking you right now. You'll come out the other side peachy clean.
And maybe Sandra can actually hit something next session.
Don't worry, everybody. If push comes to dodge, I will ditch you all.
I can run faster than all of you.
And I do have those good stealth checks.
Yep. Yeah. No matter what happens, the smut elf is going to survive. Presumably.
Nice.
Yeah. Thank you very much, everyone. The stream is going to close now. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
All right.